back to Class Farms, guys. Kai over here, tuning in from Nuremberg, Germany, IWA 2025. This is our third year here. If you guys haven't seen our prior coverages, definitely check those things out. Amazing stuff. So I'm really excited to be here right now. I got my coffee, got my mic, got my friends in there. We're gonna go out there and check out a bunch of new products. Some of them won't even be in the United States. We're gonna say hi to our friends, make new friends. God, have a great time, and at the same time, create an amazing content for you guys. I'm losing my voice already because of the N4 stack video. Check that out if you haven't seen it. A little bit too much restrictions for us, but it is what it is. Here we are doing it for you guys. So with that being said, let's get going. All right, guys, here we are at Victrix IWA 2025. I've got Daniela with me. Dude, thanks for having us, man. All right, so Daniela, we've got this, oh my God. So last year we were here and we checked out this bad boy back there. If you guys haven't seen that, check that out for sure. Incredible. And yes, I actually shoulder that one. I can. All right. This year we got a little shorty over here with a huge muzzle brake, something super cool that we don't have in the United States yet, but we will very soon. Some military contracts, some SOCOM stuff. The coolest freaking sniper rifle I've ever seen. Daniela, tell us all about it, please.
Yeah, so welcome to Victrix here at IWA this year, and thank you for being here.
Of course.
Here you have the smallest 50 BMG on the market right now.
With the biggest brake ever.
With the biggest brake. Yeah. So you have, of course, our action and bolts from our Corvo. That's, of course, stainless steel and PVD coated. Okay. So that's why it's so smooth. With an 18 inches barrel.
Okay.
1 in 9.5 twist.
1 in 9.5.
Yes.
Okay.
And this huge muzzle brake, because we need it with this kind of pressures.
Yeah, can you believe being anywhere near that muzzle brake when a 50 is going by? Because I'm very used to shooting one of those Barrett 50s with a much smaller muzzle brake, and you still feel it. So this probably helps a lot with the recoil, but not with the concussion.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's why we made it. And of course, all new chassis system.
Okay.
So, especially, of course, for this rifle. So we have, starting from the buttstock, we have quick adjustments buttstock. So with spring and all the position, chickpeas, and also the butt pad, of course, with button and spring. We have a little Picatinny here for monopods, usually. Yeah. Of course, our folding system. So it closes on the bolt. So like this is less than a meter. So you can put it in a backpack, a bag. So
that is so cool. Yeah, this is tiny, dude. Yeah. And how do you deploy it?
And you just quick opening.
That is cool.
So this is made especially for a urban context, so counter-terrorism, shooting vehicles. So you need something compact. Yep. That's why it's like this. The chassis also is new, so all M-lock attachments here on both sides for Picatinny rays and remotes like this one.
Yeah, so there's like a little laser attachment right there.
Yeah.
Well, pressure point and stuff. Okay.
Yeah. Of course, polymer magazine, 5 rounds, standard from Victrix, barricade stop, because as I told you, is for urban context, so you can put it on a window or whatever without damaging the magazine. Yeah,
so this is pretty cool, guys. Check it out. So we've got a little bracer over here. So you can actually put this against windows or some ledges and walls or whatever without damaging this magazine. So this takes all the beating. So just hit it, push it hard. This is durable, and you don't really rock the magazine to cause any problems.
Yeah, exactly. And this tiny forend with, of course, M-locks, also on 45 degrees, Picatinny rays on the bottom for the bipods.
So that's the upper receiver. So you got a little a rail system up to here, and then you got your entire upper.
Yeah, exactly. So it's 45 MOA from the start to the end, of course. for, like in this case, thermal cameras, night vision, etc. So that's why.
So in this case, this is pretty much configured for fighting, for like a special operations group fighting. You know, got the laser system, the thermal system, amazing optic. Obviously, you got your red dot if you needed it, but that's more like probably checking out your some, you know, distance, kind of identifying some of the little things over there. But okay, so the action. So are you able to remove this bolt?
Yeah, sure.
You gotta. I mean, look at this, guys. This is DLC coded, you said? Or what was that?
It's similar to DLC, yes.
Okay, so super smooth. I mean, this is huge, as Donald Trump would say. Huge. You know, this is really freaking cool. Very clean. All right, and then you just kind of.
Yes.
No, that's why I don't do this. That's why I just do the interviews. Yeah. That is really, really cool. All right, so this is a brand new product. Why did you guys decide to make this?
For special request, for especially our special forces.
Okay.
For, as I told you, counter-terrorism. So you have a 50 that don't seem like a 50. So it's very compact. You can hide it, you can conceal it, and no one will see you. So do the job, go home.
Yep.
No one knows you use the 50.
Yeah. Well, if you got a 50, everybody in the neighborhood is gonna know you got a 50. But that's a good one. So this was upon request of special forces in Italy to get this thing going. Very, very cool, man.
It's also silenceable. So that's why the forend is so short, because this will be the position of the silencer. So
wait, how? So you remove the muzzle brake, right?
Remove the muzzle brake.
And this thing.
And the thread is like in the half.
Oh, so it goes over it.
Like this.
Oh, man, I wish we saw that. Yeah. So we're gonna have to, all of us, we're gonna have to use our imagination. But can you imagine this suppressor all the way up here, almost like an integrated barrel?
Yeah.
This giant, dude. You guys need to. You got any pictures of this with the suppressor?
No, but we can do it, of course.
Yeah, we should. I really want to have. Do we have an Allen key? Like, I'm almost like, dude, I'm almost like, want to put that suppressor on because I'm just so curious how that looks. But super cool, man. I love it. And price point?
It's between 13 and 14,000, the final price. Of course, just the rifle with some accessories like 2 magazines, the sling, some QD mounts. And a cleaning kit probably.
Gotcha. What about the bipod? We never talked about that. Romeo?
Yeah.
Oh, Rome. Sorry.
The bipod is a new prototype.
Okay.
For Rome accessories. So it's our brand for accessories.
Okay.
So bipods, scope mounts like this one, and all other accessories. So this is the new prototype. We still make bipods, but with more like Atlas style.
Yeah.
Okay.
Atlas style. Yeah.
And this will be the new one. So with quick adjustments, with legs that can be moved in this way. Also close, of course, so 180 degrees, so 90. And the cant adjustments.
Yep.
And a quick, let me show you. Quick pull out and quick come back. Okay?
Yeah, kind of retract.
Yeah,
you know?
retract. Yes.
That is super cool. So
this is the concept. It will be probably very similar, but.
Do you have any price point on that one or no?
No.
Okay, not yet. I'm assuming not. Well, okay. So when would this be? Is this available in the United States? This rifle?
Yeah, it will be. Of course, after the show, we have to make some adjustments, but then it will be probably for the summer. Okay.
Gotcha.
For this.
Perfect. So by the summer, about 13-14 grand. Obviously, special request by the Italian Special Forces. Obviously, this is a freaking killer. These guys are amazing. And lastly, before I shut it down, the trigger. I didn't talk about the trigger. Can we talk about that real quick?
Yeah, it's a double-stage trigger with 3-position safety. So fire, safety, trigger safety, and also bolt safety. Okay, you can't open it.
That's safe. bolt safe, trigger safety.
Trigger safe.
On fire.
Fire.
And then
Yes.
let me press the trigger right here. So Ryan, if you check it. Okay, it's 2-stage. Very nice, very soft wall. And then, oh yeah, that is very, very, very crisp. Very nice trigger. All right, so, dude, thanks a lot for your time. Really
Thank you,
appreciate
guys.
you. Absolutely. Guys, check out Victrix. These guys are so freaking good. If you guys really get close to it and see the craftsmanship, it is all made with pride. Incredible, the best sniper weapon systems I've ever seen in my life. So definitely check them out. All right, guys, here we are at Walther, and I've got BK Bernard, the CEO of Walther here.
Good morning.
Great seeing you. Last year I saw you here, and we did a bunch of stuff here, and obviously with Tom and David from VIGrand. It's a Walther Training Academy. They're incorporated with Walther. Definitely check those guys out. Awesome people, good friends of mine, and good seeing you again.
And you.
And this year you've got something brand new to show us. Well,
Yeah.
I don't want to tell the details. You tell me.
Well, it's our latest baby, the P14. So it is the pistol, actually the pistols that won the tender for the German Special Forces Army. It's called the KSK and also the SEALs. So basically, we won two different pistols. The base model, which is a full-size pistol, 4.5 inch, but specialized. If I would say fine-tuned, it would not really explain what it is, because we have put so much engineering and development process into this pistol, so that it's the perfect solution for the most adverse conditions, right? So the pistol comes in different versions. Here we see it with a comp. So we have a threaded barrel. The slide is 4.5 inch plus 0.6 for the thread. So total length is 5.1 inches, and you can either have it with a comp or with a silencer. And of course, if it has to work flawlessly with the silencer, we need to work on the dynamics of the product. So there's quite a bit of travel of the slide. So when you try it later, you will see the amount of travel, and also what it does. It shoots extremely soft. So it's really a pleasure to shoot. And then, of course, also in the inside there was quite something going on to make it perfectly suited for adverse conditions. The gun comes with an Acro P2 directly mounted into the slide, so that we have the sideline very low in the profile of the slide. Of course, we had to mount a silencer height sight, so that we can shoot with silencers. Yeah, that's basically it. So that is what is called the base model. Then there is a second model. It comes in tungsten gray. That's a 4-inch compact. But other than that, same thing, same setup. It is also available optionally with a threaded barrel. That would then be 4.6 inch barrel length if they also want to shoot with a comp or with a or with a silencer, yes.
Wow, this is really cool. And so what were some of the requirements from the German Special Forces? What do they exactly want?
Well, it's mainly adverse conditions. So this gun has to work flawlessly under all crazy conditions. Okay. Very deep temperature, very high temperature, sand, dust, water, salt water, of course. So yeah, it was quite a stretch, quite a challenge, and it reflected into many areas. The PDP per se is a fantastic gun, and this brought the PDP to another level that we didn't think it was possible. But this is what we have achieved with this model. And I mean, really, for those guys that risk their lives for our society, they want to have the best, and this is the best that Walther can do.
Absolutely. PDP lineup is known around the world, used by a lot of folks like civilians, militaries, police officers out there. I mean, I've got a couple of them over at the office. Amazing. And the fact that you guys even improved the PDP to this level, it's fantastic. And so this is for German Special Forces. So is this only available for them, or are you guys going to make this available for others?
No, yeah. In the beginning, we will do the versions for the Special Forces, of course. We have contracts with them. We need to deliver. But then we will also do it for the commercial market.
Do you have any timeline for that?
Next year.
Very, very good. Availability in the United States next year, I'm assuming?
Hope so. Yeah.
Okay. Any pricing on that?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
I would need to talk to the CEO, and then we'll figure something out.
Gotcha. Yeah, our audience always complain about, hey, how much is it going to cost me? Because that's what they care about.
Well, honestly, I don't know exactly yet. We need to finalize it, get it going, and then we will come up with a good price. I'm discussing it already with my director of sales. So and of course with the US team, we are on it, but don't know it at the moment.
Very, very good. And on all, obviously, PDP is a great platform, and they picked it for a reason, right? I love that you're able to field switch this thing from a comp to a express fire, which is fantastic because they're two completely different things. And the fact that you guys, I haven't shot it, but I'm being told that this thing shoots pretty close to a 22 caliber, very soft shooting gun. Very, very interesting. What I love the most about this platform is what you guys did, the engineering on over travel. So almost like a little hydraulic buffer system. It's not a hydraulic buffer system, but almost like it. So it gives you that extra spring tension that actually helps you mitigate the recoil a lot better. I mean, looks fantastic. So this is actually cut for an acro. The slide is milled for an acro.
Absolutely.
And this was specifically for the German Special Forces.
We have done it before because we've always been fans of doing this, of having the sideline very low, because then if you don't work with suppressor height sights, the standard sights are giving you the co-witness, the lower third co-witness per se. So it's a given.
Yeah, absolutely.
We did the same thing for the Pennsylvania State Police, just that you know. That has also direct cut acros mounted.
Oh, so I didn't know. Pennsylvania State Police use the PDPs right now?
Yes.
Very well. That's awesome.
And the PDP-F series.
Yeah. Well, I'm a former Illinois State Trooper myself, so I only care about Illinois.
There you go.
No, Pennsylvania. What is that? State? Nah, just joking. Yeah. So, what's the capacity on this?
19 and 24 on the base model. Okay. And 15 and 18 on the compact.
Very well. Well, guys, check out Walther. Obviously, this awesome engineering. I really want to check this thing out, but we're gonna wait a year for this, guys. But thanks a lot, BK.
You need to know one thing. In addition, cherry in the cake. Not for the whole volume of the product, but for a smaller quantity. We also do a 5.5-inch slide. Comes with a 6.1-inch barrel, and that's also a really cool thing.
Wait, all right, 5.5-inch. That goes up to 6.1. What is that for? Like competition?
I cannot tell you. They like it. They love it. They wanted it.
The German Special Forces.
To have, yes, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's big, literally and figuratively.
They know what they want to do for it. I have heard something what they want to do for it, but not everyone needs to know it. So it's a good thing.
You gonna tell me off camera?
No.
Yeah, he will. Guys, check out Walther. BK, thanks a lot for your time, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Kaya. Very good to see you. Thank you.
And also, and also check out VIGrand, David. Great seeing you, man. Tom, great seeing you. All right, guys, here we are at MecGar, and I've got TK with me. Great having you.
Likewise, sir.
Thanks for having me. A lot better that way.
My pleasure.
Absolutely. So you guys got something brand new for the Glock. Tell us all about it, please.
Well, this is about 6 weeks old now. We presented at the SHOT Show 2025 for the first time ever. It's a steel magazine for a Glock, and this first venture into that part of the thing. We've been making steel magazines since 1965, only steel and only handguns. But the first Glock magazine we ever brought out is this one right here. And it's going to be an 18-rounder for a Glock 17, flush fitting. And there are a couple of features on it that are kind of new and different.
Yeah, I would love to talk about that. 18-rounder, guys. You guys heard it right. 18 rounds for a Glock 17, flush fit. I saw it at SHOT Show for the first time, and it was like not even... People are just kind of talking about it in their hand. I was like, wow, this is really, really cool. I do want to know how you guys accomplished that, if it's patented, and what other features does it have?
Well, there are certain things on this magazine that are patented, and it is, first of all, the magazine catch was usually, the magazine catch part of the magazine was usually as a hole where the magazine catch on the gun sort of sticks into it, keeps the magazine in place. We omitted the hole on these now, so we do actually indent on it instead of a hole.
Okay. So why is that?
Well, there's this thing about maybe the hole in the magazine eating out on the magazine catch that is plastic in the Glocks. There was a thing that maybe that was an issue, maybe not. There's been debate about it. We did a little bit of testing. That's like it's like a cheese grater.
Okay.
On a piece of plastic, if you put something steel, there was a hole, and it's going to be in and out. It's going to wear down on it a little bit.
That is correct. Yeah, and especially with the Glock 43, 43X, with certain magazines where there was a concern. Some people were talking about testing that thing, and it is indeed eating the polymer out.
Well, I mean, the reason why that magazine manufacturer recommends you to swap the magazine catch out on the pistol, I mean, I don't know why they do that, but there's a reason for it, I suppose.
Gotcha. And obviously you guys went ahead and mitigate any issue right there with that.
Yes, and this is one of the patented things on this, the magazine catch hole, because this took a lot of doing, because it was just like, normally when you do a magazine, you press it once, put the holes and everything in the metal steel. This one you had to do several processes to gradually, pardon my French, gradually go down and press on that hole, because if you do it in one go, it's going to crack the metal. So you have to go up and down a couple of times to make that hole be consistent and the edges to be right and still not crack the metal. And it does get hardened afterwards anyway. But I mean, while you're doing the first press on the magazine, you need to go slowly, and it takes a little bit more doing.
That is so cool. I mean, MecGar guys, they've been making magazines since the 1960s. And quite frankly, you guys are known to be the most reliable magazine manufacturer out there. You guys are doing a bunch of OEM stuff, obviously.
Well, I mean, that's actually the big part of the business, the OEM stuff. Because we have 657 different magazines that we make for everybody.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and 210 of those are commercially available. All the others are going directly to gun manufacturers.
Yep, exactly.
And there's a bunch of those out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. So, all right, so you've got this different type of base plate internals. You want to talk about this? What is this like?
Well, I mean, one of the things with this is that it's going to be very, very easy if you're a Glock owner from before. You know how hard it can be to get the magazine base plate off of the gun. Now, you have that special tool, or going to prying, bending, and doing whatever. I have one disassembled over here right now. It's a magazine tube, all the internal components in one piece, and the base plate. And there's a little bit of a hook on that base plate that keeps the insert that keeps the base plate in place. It's a tiny little hook. Yep. That's all it takes to keep it in place, so that if you drop it, it ain't going to go flying off. And the spring compresses into itself in the bottom, so you get that one more round in there because of the tapering of the spring. And to take it apart, it is like any other MecGar magazine with this a rectangular hole. Just do this, and that, and it's apart. That's all you need to do.
That is cool. But make sure you guys wear eye protection, guys. There's a load of spring in there.
And I was actually pointing this at the cameraman, so I'm sorry about that.
Exactly, and he's got eye protection. I'm looking at him. It's beautiful, beautiful blue eyes. All right, so these are going to be available. When are they going to be available?
Well, these magazines are shipping to the U.S. as we speak, and they're going to be available in about 3 weeks. So in this month of March, they should be available in the U.S.
Any price point on them?
Actually, yes. There's going to be MSRP in the U.S. is going to be $29. It's about the price of a standard Glock magazine today.
If it's the MSRP, maybe you'll just find it somewhere for $5 cheaper or something.
There are a lot of distributors in the U.S., Classic Firearms being one of them, so you can get a hold of them through them.
Wow, I love this. Man, TK, I'm super, super excited about this. And you were talking about the 18-rounder for a Glock 19, the little special...
this is the current version. It's actually the same 18-round magazine as before, but with a little different base plate to cover the gap on a Glock 19. There will be a dedicated Glock 19 magazine coming out in the month of May, hopefully, with 16 rounds instead of 15. So there will be a dedicated Glock 19 magazine coming out.
So 16 plus 1 for a Glock 19, 18 plus 1 for Glock 17. MecGar, guys, and for a price of, I mean, extremely reasonable pricing and the reliability of MecGar. TK, thanks a lot for your time, man. All right, guys, here we are at VIGrand, and we got something really cool over here we're going to talk about. But we've got Katja, we've got Polina, and we've got Graham from Graham Bates, obviously. He's going to help us translate. I look forward to it. You guys got to hear his What language is that?
That was Russian.
Yeah, that was Russian. Yeah. Wow. Anyways, Katya, Polina, thanks for having us. And you guys got this new pistol called VIG-007.
Yes.
It obviously like from James Bond, like the Walther PPQ, but much different because this is, ladies and gentlemen, there we go, roller delay handgun right here. It looks all very different, very interesting. Before we actually started this video, we had to fully understand how this works because it was a little bit confusing, but it is very cool. So, Polina, Katya, tell us about this gun, please.
So yeah, we wanted to make something like Walther PP, but with a longer barrel and with made for more powerful cartridge. Well, we made this pistol for 9mm Luger, and we made the barrel 120mm long, and the barrel is fixed. It is tightly pressed in the frame as well in the house barrel in the front of the barrel in the pistol. So how did we achieve that? Well, we've developed a patent technology roller mechanism that is located in the front side of the pistol down at the barrel. So this mechanism, it delays the slide during shooting. So I can demonstrate it to you.
Okay.
The slide is free. It does not attach to the barrel. But when I pull the trigger, the roller mechanism starts to work, and I can't move by my hand any slide. So
Because it needs those pressures from the round, so because the rollers actually lock in, so it makes the slide basically practically locked.
Yes. So that gave us just fraction of seconds, but that's long enough for the bullet to leave the barrel, and after that the slide goes back.
And then it just
Normally.
recycles the next round. So basically with the rollers, it makes the shooting theoretically softer. So you want to tell that in Russian now?
По-русски это для меня будет чуть трудно. But I'm excited about this. Anything that's not a Browning action tends to shoot smoother. You don't have a barrel shifting rearward, downward, upward, back. The barrel can sit lower because it has to, because it's not tilting to pick up a round. And roller delays tend to be smooth.
Yep.
They kind of stretch out the recoil impulse.
Yep.
What I'd like to see is how this does in What's for Dinner, one of my tests using some crazy rounds.
Yeah.
Because I bet it was set up for NATO ammo.
Yeah, it certainly, I'm assuming that's what's going to be. I also assume if it takes MP5 mags. It's a little dad joke right there, but no, so this is actually really cool. I was confused with it initially, but I got to figure it out. If you want to hold this, Graham. So this is basically how it works, guys. So it's a hammer-fired pistol, obviously. You got your rollers in here. So you put the first round in there. You press the trigger, so there it is. Pop, the round went, and this barrel obviously doesn't move, it just is fixed there. And this is locked, right? It feels like it, but the rollers are fully engaged. So it kind of gives you that roller delay action, which gives you obviously softer shooting experience. Then you have to really apply some pressure.
You have to have Kaya strength.
There you go, exactly. That's a lot of pressure, like a lot.
That's 9mm right there.
Yeah, nobody can. It's like 50 caliber here. And then the next round is in there. You fire that one. Pressures are built in for a fraction of a second. The bullets goes, and this slide basically under those pressures does this again, and go.
But then for normal manipulation, the rollers are only engaged when the trigger's pulled. So without the trigger pulled, it's easy to rack, it's easy to do all the things you want.
Yep.
And then it's only for firing when you need that safety that the roller's engaged. I think it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, I really think this is super cool. It looks, very different, right? Obviously 007 looks, but check this out, guys. I am sorry and not sorry for those Picatinny rail guys out there. Yeah, sorry, you're getting a little roller delay. Pick your poison, what do you want? But other than that, this is just their first product. Looks pretty good, and they told us that they're going to actually improve this design, some red dot models, some other stuff on there, but just to get the concept going, this is what they have. And I think it's interesting. What about the magazine? What kind of magazine does it take?
The magazine is like Tisas 75 for 15 cartridges.
Okay, so C75, 15 round capacity. Obviously, if you got 17, that'll lock in there as well. So that is very, very good. How long have you guys been working on this gun?
So actually, the developer had been working on this pistol for all his life. It's approximately 55 years. So we can say that it's the product of his life, right?
That is cool.
Yeah, but physically we started working on it in 2015, and the final product was ready in 2019. Yeah.
Okay, 2019. And this is now the final product?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Which is available on the market and you can buy it, yeah.
Perfect. And availability in the United States?
Right now, no, but we are looking for a distributor in the United States, and we hope that in the near future it will be available in the United States as well.
Very cool. Price point?
It's 2,300 euros.
2,300 euros.
Yeah,
Looking for distributors?
It's worth it.
What?
It's worth it, right?
Yes, it is worth it. I mean, it's different. It's very, very different gun. I like it. I'd love to shoot it, of course. Thanks a lot for your time. And Graham, what do you think about this thing, man?
I love the unconventional. Anything that is different, anything that's not a Browning action tends to shoot nicer, but Browning actions are cheap and easy to make, which is why so many guns have it. And anytime you get out of it, the gun cost goes up, which we see here. But you were pointing out earlier, that because of the mechanism being up here, it's going to be a little nose heavy, which is probably going to
Dip
fight.
more,
Yeah, you might have some dip, but it's going to fight against flip.
Yep.
And it's probably going to be softer recoiling, and having so much weight below the reciprocating mass is also going to make it a smooth shooter. Plus it's hammer fired, which I love.
Yep.
So that's exciting.
Yeah, no, this is really cool. Something so different, and we always say those companies that innovate anything that's so different than what we have currently in the world, I personally really, really appreciate. So great product. It seems like it. I'd love to obviously shoot and test to see how I feel about it. But that's it, guys. VIGrand, Vig 007. Eva, yeah, Spitfire, that's right. Oh, dang, that's the most important part. All right, guys, here we are at Bul Armory, of course, and I'm with my friend Ben. Ben, great seeing you again, man.
Always my friend.
Absolutely. And you know what? I did not visit the Bul Armory booth at SHOT Show. And there's a reason for that, because I wanted to visit Bul Armory at IWA, IWA in Germany, right here, because they're going to show me something super special just for me. Is that right?
Yes.
Of course. So, but before we get there, though, we're going to talk about something else. So, Ben, go on, have at it, man.
Okay. So a big request from the US side, US market, after we introduced the EDC with the full-size grip last year, is this configuration. It's basically the EDC compact, is how we refer to it. It is bridging the gap between the ultralight that you're familiar with and the EDC with the full-size grip, giving you this full pistol size shooting experience, but it conceals like a smaller gun.
Yeah.
So huge request. It's going to be available in both the regular and the Pro version, which is V8 ported.
Okay.
It ships with 3 magazines of 16 rounds, and it's going to be the same price as the full-size one. So $1,850 for the regular version and $2,050 for the Pro version, starting to ship mid-year.
Mid-year, okay. Guys, and I'm not saying this because I'm here with Ben and we're friends and I like Bul Armory. It's not that. The reason I'm friends with Ben and I like Bul Armory is because for the price, what they offer is so insane. I'm blown away how smooth these slides are. It just shows me the craftsmanship, the quality control, amazing stuff. How do you guys make this stuff so precise and so good and still achieve these prices, numbers?
So first of all, when you make everything in-house, you can control the process.
Okay.
Secondly, we've been doing this for 30 years. You know, we have a lot of R&D. We have a lot of people that have been working with us for many, many years in the engineering department and operating the CNC machines. So we kind of have that dialed down.
Okay.
Also making sure that everyone knows this is not a 2011, it's a double stack 1911.
That's right.
Not because of the trademark, because it is different. Different frame, longer rails, different magazine. And there's a lot of information about that online that I'm sure you can find out. But that's what differentiates us from all the other companies. In terms of price point, we try to be fair, right? And we are always aiming to be the best bang for your buck as it relates to double stack 1911s, but still aiming for the premium, high quality pistols.
Gotcha. You're not one of those people who's making a part for $1 and then just sell it for $100.
Exactly.
Okay, that's very good. So when it comes to specs on this one, so this is great for EDC, and I know there's a lot of folks out there who just carry double stack 1911s as opposed to some polymer guns. To each his own, obviously. Versatility wise, do you offer any grips or anything like that for people to change?
Yes. So if you're one of those people that already bought the EDC with the full-size grip last year, and I was like, I wish it had a compact grip. Of course, we sell that part. From the top of my mind, I think it's $95 for the grip, and you can change
it up.
Yep.
Good to go. And trigger is as it is?
As it is.
Okay, perfect. So you got the ported version. Let me show that real quick to the camera. You want to hold this one?
So this one does have the full-size grip for comparison, but again, every port version from Bul Armory has a V8 or V6 ported barrel, depending on the barrel. And the internet is gonna be so mad. I dropped a slide on an empty chamber.
Oh wow!
It's fine, guys. It's fine.
This guy is saying it's fine, so you are wrong. Let's keep going.
So if you look at the grip, and maybe some B-roll afterwards will explain this better.
There we go.
So I'm gonna put this on this one.
Yeah, there is absolutely like significant difference right here. If you just see it, Ryan.
It's 1.6.
And you know that's every little bit helps lengthwise.
Oh, for me, I can conceal the longer full-size grip.
Yeah.
The compact one I can, of course, conceal.
Yeah.
And with every Bul Armory pistol that ships with a magwell, you also get an additional mainspring house pin in the box.
Yeah.
So you can remove the magwell, use the shorter one so it won't protrude, so it will even conceal better.
That's right.
After that.
Well, I was gonna ask that to you, like, because sometimes magwells are great for reloading, fast reloading, but maybe concealing, they'll print more, so they have the option to remove it.
Exactly. So
very, very good. All right, now on to that special gun that I'm supposed to see.
So right now we have the very much anticipated TAC Comp. So 5-inch overall. It's a hybrid barrel, which we specialize in, and I showed you the open guns that we've been doing. And a hybrid barrel basically means it is both ported and compensated. And do note that the comp is not threaded on; it's one-piece machined with the barrel.
So it is the barrel.
Yeah. So it will never go loose on you. It's always timed perfectly. This, like the rest of the TAC and TAC Pros, ship with 4 magazines of 20 rounds. All of the available BAO optic plates, so RMR, DPP, RMSC, Olsen K. And the price point on this is $28.50.
Yeah, guys, if you got to really feel this thing, I can't explain this enough. I actually personally have a TAC Pro, exactly like this, the black version. Mine is not comped, it's just the ported version. It is so good. It's my favorite metal gun, for sure, without a doubt, by far. It is incredible, and especially for the price point. Mine is, I think, like somewhere around $24.99. These are MSRP, and
cheaper.
Exactly. So
$24.50 for the Pro version. Yeah.
So look at that, $24.50 MSRP. So, I mean, I added $50. I think that's because I own it. That's maybe gives it more value.
But good memory.
Yeah, there you go, there you go. But seriously, it is an incredible gun. You just have to handle it, see how it feels in your hand, and also how it shoots. It's incredible. So, and now you have a comp on this, and you told me something that is crazy, and this works with what ammo?
Any factory ammunition. So 115 grain, pretty much everything will work and cycle this. We specialize in hybrid barrels, so we got the formula down. I will note, please use non-plated ammunition with ported barrels.
Oh, non-plated, exactly, I agree, absolutely.
And it's written on the box of the ammunition.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So be careful on what ammo you use on this gun. But think about this, guys. You got these ports, you got the compensators, so a lot of gases are escaping to push that slide to the rear, and your little factory ammo, 115, 124, is able to cycle this thing. Because normally when people just do porting and comps, they really got to work with that ammo too to make sure the gun works. I mean, I'm utterly impressed. So this is available in the United States in this color too, or no?
Yeah, so it's going to be available. I want to say late 2025, but because everyone is expecting this gun so much, we're kind of not promising anything and try to make it earlier.
All right.
So both black PVD and silver stainless steel.
Okay.
So it's not a coating. This is the actual metal.
Okay.
And price point is going to be $28.50.
Got you. That is awesome, guys. Check out Bul Armory. They've got some variety of metal guns, also polymer guns too. Definitely check them out. So Ben, thanks up for your time, man. Appreciate it.
Na zdravie.
All right, guys. Here we are at Grand Powers. He can't even handle that, and I can. Oh man. IWA 2025. Eric, Great seeing you again, my brother.
Good to see you, Kai.
And you got some new stuff here.
We do.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Good.
How are you?
Not okay, but I love it. Let's keep going.
Awesome.
What do you got, man?
So for this year, we have the ARAC rifle, 7.62x39.
Okay.
Short stroke piston. So it's basically an AR-10 upper receiver with a proprietary lower that takes AK mags.
Okay. Okay. So we have a short stroke piston-driven system that takes AK mags, 7.62x39. Freaking incredible. Okay, keep going.
So short stroke piston, so you can actually clean it when you shoot corrosive ammo. This is an 11-inch barrel, so in Slovakia that's considered a short gun or a handgun, basically.
Oh, I see. A pistol.
Yeah, there's no SPR shenanigans.
Did you guys hear that? There's no SBR shenanigans. I agree with that statement. All right.
Yeah, really modular. Really modular.
Can I take it?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Go ahead.
There we go. You said this is really modular. What else? Go ahead, man.
So modular, ambi controls. You know, it gives you the real estate of the AR platform while still retaining the 7.62, the AK round and the AK magazine. So
that's awesome. So what is that? You can remove that handguard?
You can, yeah.
Can you show that?
Attach, yeah. So you basically push down this detent right here, rotate, and then it comes off for cleaning.
That is really cool. So there it is, guys. Your little short stroke piston-driven system, 7.62x39. I love this thing. And that's your own muzzle device?
It is, yeah. It's a combination muzzle brake muzzle brake, pretty much, yeah.
And so is this going to be available in the United States?
So right now we're working on getting it approved by the ATF for import in a pistol configuration. Okay. So yeah, we're hoping that gets approved pretty soon.
That's pretty cool. Any price point on this one? Anything in the ballpark that you can tell?
So in Europe, MSRP is right around 1650.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure about the US price, but
of course, yeah, I totally understand. So if it's 1650 euro, which is almost 1-to-1, like make it $1,700 by the time they import it. So it should be hopefully under $2,000, but we'll I guess see that later on. All right. So what else you got? You want to still talk about this?
No,
okay. What else do you have? I know you got that 308 or 7.62 over there.
Oh, we do. Yeah, that's 308. It's a short stroke piston gun as well. This is a 14-inch barrel that's made for a specific customer.
Okay. I'm gonna try to get it if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So, all right. There we go. You wanna grab it? There we go.
So it takes SR25 mags, or mag pulls work as well.
P mags work as well, right?
Yeah. P mags do, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, ambi controls, short stroke piston.
Okay.
We're gonna have an adjustable gas block for to suppress it, or if you have a dirty gun. And there's going to be a bunch of configurations like barrel lengths available. So 14, 16.5, 18, 20 inch.
Okay, so it could be used as battle rifle, DMR, and all that.
Yeah,
stuff, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
And you said this is ambi, obviously ambi fire selector.
Yeah.
And what about magazine release? Let me see the other side.
Mag releases
as well. Yep, but just the bolt release or bolt lock is not ambi. That's it, right?
On this gun, no, but we have the option. You can order it with an ambi bolt release / bolt stop. So.
Okay, very, very good to hear. And the availability in the United States for this one?
Well, we haven't. If there's demand for it, we're open to selling it in the US as well.
All right, so we'll do that. So what will be the price, at least in Europe?
In Europe, it's about 2,000 euros.
Okay. Actually, that's not bad at all for the short stroke piston-driven 7.62 by 51. Wow, that's actually very, very good. Especially, coming from Grand Powers, right?
Yeah.
All right, so obviously you have the 5.56 version down here. Yeah. That's the same?
So we have a 5.56. We make that in both piston-driven, and DI. So.
Okay, all right.
Again, barrel lengths from 11, 14.5, 16.5, 18, up to 20.
All right.
Even the piston guns have the same receiver set, the same height, and the same handguard height. Okay. So you're not having to increase it by having that hump in the back.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. And what about the availability in the United States, price point, and all that?
So we haven't tried to import this. If there is demand for it,
We'll do it?
we'll do it for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the price point on this one in Europe?
So for the DI gun in Europe, it starts at 1,200 for an 11-inch, and then the piston gun is about $200 more, 200 euros more.
Not bad. All right, that's pretty cool. So again, guys, let us know in the comment section if you guys are interested in seeing this in the United States. These guys are watching, reading the comment sections. Obviously, every single one of these companies do. So if you guys have enough comments on there showing interest, perhaps they'll actually move the speed things up for you guys. So that's it. Awesome. So I know you guys got some pistols over here. I want to talk about that too, if that's okay. All right, let's move on over here. What is this?
So that's the LP24. That's our first Browning action pistol.
Okay. What makes it so special?
Okay, it's really slim, and it takes Glock magazines. So, well,
we got the, there we go, right here.
There we go, yeah.
It is actually very slim. I was utterly impressed.
It's as slim as you can make it while still taking Glock magazines, full-size Glock mags. So,
and the angle too, like if you look at this, guys, this has got a pretty decent angle, and yet it has Glock mags, and look how slim this thing is. This gun almost feels like one of those like super slim, micro compact, subcompact guns that you actually carry. This is really, really cool. I like the design too, and the bore axis is very low on this one.
very low, yeah.
And the trigger, I don't know what you guys did, but for what it is, this trigger is actually, check it out, like it is, that's it. That is actually very, very, very cool. All right, so do you guys have any contract with these, with any governments at all?
So not yet. I mean, obviously, a lot of contracts call for Browning actions and Glock mag compatibility.
Yep.
So that was something that we have lacked until now. So this is kind of to address those, that demand as well. So.
Yeah. And last year we saw this. I guess it was kind of still in development, and you guys finalized it right now and waiting for approval or something for US?
So last year when you saw it, we were pretty sure, we had submitted it to the ATF for approval. The gun was basically done, ready. We were looking at production, within 2 months.
Okay.
Then we submitted it to the ATF, and the ATF went, nope, that's not importable. Because it used a two-piece fire control unit, so you had a separate housing for the sear and a separate one for the trigger. Okay. And even though there had been designs like that approved for import before, the ATF went, no, not this time. So we had to go back to the drawing board, redo the whole gun from scratch, basically. Now it's just a single-piece fire control unit, but that required a lot of design changes.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here now, because even though it's ready, we had to redo it again. So right now it's at ATF for approval again. This time hoping
it should be fine, right?
It should be fine.
So is this a modular gun then? Just a fire control unit and you can move to different frames or not?
So in Europe, it's kind of iffy with changing grip modules because some are considered firearms while others are not. So in the US, it might be. We're gonna have different grip modules available. So like one that takes Glock 15 mags, Glock 19 mags, 15 round. Glock 19 mags.
So shorter, more compact.
Shorter, more compact, while still really slim.
And then we have obviously this, like you see this guy right here. It's got a little threaded barrel, like a under 4-inch barrel.
Yeah, so that's the P24 Tactical. You have the threaded barrel, co-witness sights. These are tritium.
Yeah.
And new for this year, we're actually launching an acro plate. That's done in collaboration with Aimpoint.
Okay.
So that's official,
That's awesome.
That's done to Aimpoint specs. So I'm really excited about that because, Aimpoint is, the acro is a proven quantity, right?
Exactly.
So having that option is awesome for me.
No, this is amazing. I love this thing. Guys, I can't get over how slim this thing is. It's just crazy. It actually feels like one of those micro compacts, man. Just very, very slim gun. Look at this thing. You just wrap around completely. Look, this is insane how slim this is. And you
have interchangeable back straps.
Yeah.
This is the smallest one, but we have the larger ones right here and there.
Yeah.
It takes standard Glock 17 magazines.
Yeah.
While still being this slim.
Yeah. This is really cool.
And the trigger is just awesome.
Yeah, I love the trigger. For what it is, it's a defensive trigger still. It's got some weight to it, like 4.5 pounds probably. but it actually feels pretty good. Like decent reset, decent press and slack and all that. Awesome. So do you have any timeline? Do you think this could be available in the United States, and a price?
So it's hard to say. It's pending ATF approval. Hopefully that goes well.
Okay.
But in Europe, they're going to be ready for sale around May time.
Price? What do they go for in
Europe, we're looking, so this gun, which is, no threaded barrel, standard sights, we're looking at around 650 retail.
Okay. 650 euro. So
that's correct.
Should be just around $700, which is just under, because it's almost 1-to-1. All right. Obviously, I love you guys. I love Grand Powers, and I was introduced to you guys through Strybox systems that you guys have.
Yeah.
So can we check out a couple of little things, just very brief, 1 minute? Because I want to look at them again.
Yeah.
All right, good. Sure. Dude, I just love these things. I mean, they look so sexy. They work real well. They shoot real well. So anyways, from last year, is there anything new that you got here?
So you guys were the first one to introduce the 45 and the 10 mil on video, right?
Yeah.
But
So good, yeah.
no, I mean the Strybog, it's so good. Even Springfield's making one this year. So
That is, I'm gonna let you guys say something about that. I'm not gonna say anything, but yes, it's so good. Did you guys copy Springfield?
right.
Guys, check out Grand Power. Eric, thanks a lot for your time, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, guys, here we are at Huglu, and I've got Abdus Samet here with me, and he's gonna tell us all about these new PCCs. They're called Mohawk.
Yeah, Mohawk.
Okay. So Abdus Samet, tell us about it. Actually, we can start with that guy right there.
Yeah.
What is this, and why is this so special?
Yeah, this is the shortest version of this gun with 4.8 inches barrel length. There is no stock or brace at the back. This is very easy to carry when you're in the car or when you are in the home, whatever. The gun is a closed bolt system and direct blowback. And this is a fully MB gun actually. You can operate the gun at both sides. You can release the magazine from right side or left side, or magazine catch is also same, and safety is also from right side and left side can be operated. The other good advantage is there are some parts on this gun that can be compatible with AR-15 guns. We have a drop-in trigger group. You can get any AR-15 drop-in trigger from the market, and you can assemble to the gun. Also, the grip is also AR-15 compatible with. We have QD ports here, and also we have QD ports on the hand guard on the longer version as well.
This guy right here.
Yeah. This is the shortest version as well, and this is the longest version actually. We have QD ports here, and we have also M-lock channels here to be mount any
like lights or anything like that, right?
Whatever.
So what's the barrel length on that one? That looks
this is also 4.8 inches.
Okay.
This is 8 inches.
Okay.
And also we have some plan to release a longer version as well, because we are just talking to our customers at this exhibition and we are collecting the information. What barrel length will be the next one?
Okay.
To decide this, we are having some meetings. I think 10 inches or 11 inches will be better for as a next barrel length option.
Yeah, and these are all 9 millimeters, correct?
Yes, all 9 millimeters. We have also some other plan like
10 millimeter?
Yeah, that can be, but the problem is actually 10 millimeter ammunition is really hard to find in Turkey, you know.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
it is very popular in the United States.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe 380 auto.
380?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Actually,
interesting.
It's not very common in the United States, but in some countries, the 9mm is not allowed to sell, so maybe we can work on that caliber as well.
Yeah, and I can imagine the 380 to be so cool to shoot because it'll be very, very soft.
Yeah.
9mm is very soft,
Yeah.
but 380 obviously so much softer, let's just say.
Yeah.
All right, so you got 1913 Picatinny adapter right here, compatible with that, right? So you can fold this stock. In the US, this would be a brace, obviously.
Yeah.
And I know you guys did some government work with this.
Yes, we are already in a work with a government agency to sell these guns. We have completed a lot of tests with this gun with a government agency in Turkey. We had many different tests like low temperature, high temperature, humidity test, ammunition compliant tests, very different, around 16 different NATO standard tests we have passed with this gun.
And the gun passed, no problem.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. And I like that you guys also offer this collapsible option here. So you just collapse this thing.
This is a
Pretty
brace
cool.
with rods on the sides, and you can close the brace from here.
And then this is really cool.
Yeah.
I personally really like that.
Yeah.
And what I like about this gun, guys, is the how smooth this bolt is. So, magazine compatibility. What magazine does this use?
Scorpion 3 Plus.
All right, so you use
That's
Scorpion.
also very common in the US, and many companies making these magazines. So that's very easy to find different kind of magazines in the market.
Yeah, and very reliable. Absolutely. Price point.
Yeah, the MSRP gonna be around $750.
Okay, and I know that's a ballpark because you guys have an agreement with Century Arms.
Yes, that's correct.
So
And the guns will be coming in the US market with Mohawk brand, very similar to our current brand.
Okay.
And our target with Century is to launch this product in July or August.
All right, you guys heard it from the man himself. July or August in the United States. Hopefully somewhere around 750, but obviously we'll see what happens. There's some more stuff that's going on in the background. But direct blowback, CZ Scorpion magazine system, fully ambidextrous, little nice PCC that has earned a government contract over in Turkey. So sounds very promising. Officer Smet, thanks a lot for your time,
Thank
man.
you very much for coming here again. Thank you.
All right, guys, here we are at Zero Compromise. I've got Marcus with me, and they've got a new 2-10 LPV over here. Dude, tell us all about it, man.
Well, it's not exactly new. We released it last year at about the same time, but we're starting to ship them out now. So for the market, it will be new.
For the U.S. market, it is brand new. Yeah.
Exactly. So 2-10, our own cantilever mounts. We made some changes to it. This was one of the earlier prototypes. So we're either going to have a slimline cantilever, which have both the slim lines, like rear and front, and then we have the beefy rear and front as well. So front here you have a direct mounted acro, like to our ring top, so it's a solid mount. And we also have new indexing points, which we also have on our ring tops in general, so that you can mount a weapon-mounted laser rangefinder and really, beat the shit out of it and still retain zero.
Nice.
The scope itself, as you said, 2-10, 5x zoom. So it also has a parallax that goes down to 8 meters or 8 yards. Like it's close enough.
Nice. What's the tube millimeter?
36 millimeter tube. Same with all of our optics. Like pretty much all of our scopes have the same, like from in front of the turrets to the back, they all look pretty much the same as you can see here.
Yep.
There's small changes here to this turret, to like slimmer. You got -2 mils for zero stop for speed drop and things like that.
Okay.
So which is a nice little feature that the guys requested.
It is a mil rating, right?
Oh, okay, of course, yeah. No, we do have a MOA, but it's not our primary focus, obviously.
Gotcha.
So mil radians on all of our scope is the primary, adjustments for sure.
All right.
And the question I get was like, why don't you do a 1-10 or something? And,
why not?
Why not? Why don't we? Just do a 1-20.
1-20, I'll take it.
No, so what you do, like when you do go up in higher magnification range, or like zoom ratios, you like a 5x, you still can get a very good eye box, very good optical clarity and everything. And if you do a 1-10, you'll notice like you have a nice 1 up to like 6, and then you start seeing it getting dark. You want a parallax and all those kind of things. So at 10 power, you can get a pretty narrow eye box. So with the 5x zoom, you got 2, which phenomenal eye box, really good field of view, very good optical clarity, and even up to 10 power, you'll see we have like probably the best eye box you can find in any LPVO right now. So, and if you feel like the 2 isn't enough, you got the acro up front.
That's
you just
right.
run a red dot. So, which we see on a lot of contracts that go out. Even if you have an LPVO, they still put a red dot on it.
And I agree. A lot of special ops guys seem to go to 12 o'clock as well too.
Yeah.
So this thing comes in as it is, right? The way it is.
Yeah, it's obviously the mounts. This is our throw lever that we just started going to market with, as well as one solid piece of aluminum that it's got the same knurling, so it looks like it's a part of the scope.
Yeah.
It's like it detaches nicely. It looks like it's a part of the whole system.
Yep.
Cantilever, acro mount, everything. But the scope as it is what's shipping out to the US as we speak.
Very good. What about the reticle options?
So we have 3 different reticle options, which is one is it's called the DMR, which is more of a Christmas tree style reticle. And then we have the HGR, which is a combination with more illuminated center area. Still got a little bit of a Christmas tree going on for holds and everything. And then we have what's called the Predator, which is basically a BDC reticle for standard 5.56, 7.62 ammunition out to like 500. And then you have the bars or the width of 50 centimeter, so you can quick range and engage with that.
Gotcha. And obviously, we didn't mention, but I didn't think I need to, but first focal plane on all these.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? So, come on. So all 3 reticles will be available in the United States?
Yes, sir.
Already shipped out?
Yeah. I can't tell you which reticles have been shipped or not. I don't have those details, but the scopes are, as we speak, on the way over.
Okay.
Delivery time, I don't know what that's up to, UPS or whatever, but they're on the way.
So perfect. Definitely check out Zero Compromise. And last question will be price if you have it.
Roughly 3,600 to 3,800 is I think we'll hit the shelves for in the US.
Okay, that is good. And I lied. There's another question. Government contracts? Guys, check out Zero Compromise. Marcus, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right, guys, here we are at Pistollo, and I've got Jan with me. Dude, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And you can see there's something really different looking here. As soon as I saw this, I was like, wait, what is this thing? So I had to come here and talk to you. Man, tell us all about this, please.
Okay, so Pistollo is a startup company. It was founded 3 years ago, and we've been developing this product ever since. This is our first IWA show, and we're introducing the product to the public for the first time.
Where are you guys out of?
We're out of Czech Republic, a small town called Zlín.
Very, very good. Dude, a lot of cool companies from Czech Republic. Okay, so this thing looks very different. It's a pistol caliber carbine, PCC. It's 9mm, but it is very different. So tell us what made you guys design this and what made you guys design it this way?
Yeah. So we looked at the gun market and figured that there's a lot of AR-15 lookalikes and copies. Everybody wants a lot of modifications, and we decided to take a different approach. Obviously, engineering went into it, but then for about a year, it was just a designer that was doing sketches and trying to figure out new concepts. And after that, the engineer and the designer, they got together and they had to come up with a functioning piece, and this is the result.
That is so cool. Okay. Because if you look at it, regular guns, you got a lot of Picatinny rails, the M-lock attachments. There's a bunch of things going on here. With this specific one, we're going to look at the other guy too, is very smooth. That's it. So it's 9mm. What is the operation on this one, like the operating system? And at the same time, how do you manipulate this gun?
Okay. So the gun itself operates with a cocking lever right here.
Is it a direct blowback?
It's a direct blowback, like this. The last round fired, it will stay in the back position.
Yeah.
There's a release button on the bottom. Yes.
That's a release button up there.
This is the cocking handle right here. This is the release button down here.
Okay, that's very nice. So this is the guy right here. So you press this button and it releases. Okay, that's pretty cool.
If you want to have it in the back position with the magazine out, there's a second button right here on the bottom. You can still have it in the back position like this.
Oh, it's like one of those ambi features that we have on our traditional rifles.
Yeah.
So you got your bolt release, but it's up there.
Yeah. It's up there. Firing.
All right. What's the what's the trigger like? Is this like an AR trigger or its own trigger?
It's our own trigger. It's our own proprietary trigger. You cannot really customize it, but if you feel it, it's nice and smooth.
Okay. Actually, can you hold the mic? I'm gonna check it out.
I will do that.
Thank you.
A release first. Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna show it to the camera.
Okay.
That's slack.
What did we get? Can you?
Oh, hold on. Sorry, a little technical difficulty right here. Sorry.
I probably got the. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That is a very nice trigger. Reset. Very nice.
Yeah.
Jan, this is actually really, the trigger is actually probably one of the nicest PCC triggers. One of the nicest PCC triggers, I would say. Very, very nice. All right, so you got the ambidextrous selector lever.
Yes.
For the fire. And tell us about the whole mag thing. So it's an ambidextrous mag release as well.
Yep.
But it is Glock mags, a little bit different. Tell us about it.
So we're using standard 17-round Glock magazine, but we put the proprietary cover, let's say, on the bottom. The purpose of the cover is also to complement the silhouette of the weapon, but then it stands on its own because of the cover. So obviously you can do 10-round magazines as well as 30-round magazines. It's a standard Glock magazine.
Gotcha. Very good. Are you guys planning to offer maybe any larger capacities with this little base plate attachment?
30 rounds will be an optional. I'm not sure if you're going to go any higher than that, but
yeah, 30 should do it. Yeah,
30 should do it.
Yeah, that's really cool. All right. So what is this button? I know this is an adjustable thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is an adjustable thing. This is a second position for shooting a third position. So once you take the cover off, the gun is disassembled.
All right. That is pretty cool. So check this thing out, guys. This is your little stock adjustable, and you just basically slide this thing somewhere like
Give you a hand.
There you go. Thanks. Together.
Yes.
That is pretty cool, dude. All right, man. This is awesome. And well, I guess the question is, you said this is pretty much a prototype, right? And we've got the some Picatinny rail attachment one over there. So that's a little bit different, though. Can I real quick grab that thing?
Go into that. The original concept is not a prototype, it's ready for sale. This one is a prototype. This is something that we want to come out with at the end of this year.
Okay, so this is going to be more the final one, right there. What's the difference?
That's the original concept, and it's ready to shoot out of the box. This concept is more customizable. Okay. So it comes without the red dot. It comes with the Picatinny rail, so you can basically equip it with your own accessories. The lever right here works differently. As you can see, there is not the safety mechanism in the front, yes, but otherwise the rest is quite similar. We also have a Picatinny rail on the bottom. There is still the release over here.
Yep. That is.
We have changed the design of the stock here. We've also extended this portion so it's more comfortable against your shoulder.
Okay.
And other than that, it's just an improvement or different modification of the original concept.
Very, very cool. So is this going to be available in the United States, you think?
Probably not this year.
Not this year,
Probably
okay.
not this year.
If there's enough interest, probably you guys will get that going. What's the price point on that one, or target price point?
The target price point is the 3,500 euros, 3,500 euros.
Okay, 3,500 euros obviously in Europe, United States, whenever it gets here, or gets there, we'll see what that is. Man, that's awesome. Thanks, Tom, for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, here we are at Opos, and I've got the Opos CEO, Florian, here with us. Dude, thanks for having us.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And we saw, I mean, I got to give the shout out to Georg from IWA. He's the organizer. We were having a drink, and he told me that there's a really cool handgun coming to IWA this year. Brand new, nobody has seen it. And I saw the pictures, I was like, I got to check it out. And in person, it's even better. So you basically created this thing. Tell us all about it, man.
Thank you so much also. Nice to meet you guys. And thanks to Georg. We've tried to create a pistol, very special, something very special, really from scratch. So we have tried to combine modern mechanics with the most innovative electronics. So what we see here is an IPC pistol, made steel frame with an extremely low bore axis of the barrel. Like the Lucansky Alien, our bore axis is sitting where usually the guide rod is sitting. So this makes a very smooth shooting and very low recoil. Additionally, we have, like I said, a steel frame, a very light frame, so 230 grams roundabout, and a fixed sight rail concept, also like the Alien, but you can mount your sights on the fixed sight rail on the frame, but also on the movable side, so without changing any part of it. So it makes it makes it at least cheaper to not have an additional sight rail. So this is a very special thing, 100% made in Austria, hand fitted by master hand. And that's just a mechanical platform. Yeah. And then we have something very special additionally.
Oh, I see the electronics, right?
Exactly.
Well, it's right here. All right, so I saw this thing. I was like, wait, what is this thing? And it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's the optional vision module, we call it. So you can buy the normal Venator and also apply this afterwards. Okay. So here you can see to the inside of the gun, basically. You see the cartridge count. Right? I need a magazine. So like this, you see how many rounds, how many cartridges you got in your magazine. Then additionally, you got the temperature of the gun or of the barrel. So you see overheating. Then the total shots count. So how many shots do I have fired? And this works also without battery or with empty battery. So this is like in your car to count the kilometers. This enables us service cycles or warranty for our customer. And I think that's something very special and maybe something very special for the future.
Gotcha. That's really cool. And I want to, can I get that magazine out?
Sure.
Yeah. And I want to tell people that these are dummy rounds, just in case people, on the internet, people always talk about these are absolutely dummy rounds. They're not real. They look real. That's it, like a Hollywood prop types. And dude, here's the deal, guys. I've got a lot of questions, and I'm going to ask you a lot of it. But we're going to do a standalone video, so check that video out right now. It's going to be up by the time you guys see this. But let me ask you this question last. How is this any different than Alien?
Yeah, we are using a rotating barrel locking mechanism, so just a mechanical unlocking mechanism or locking mechanism.
Yeah.
And this makes the gun more reliable. It's not a gas-operated system like the Logo Alien, and that's basically the advantage. And additionally, the rotating barrel locking mechanism has a very smooth motion, unlocking motion, that makes it even more smooth to shoot also.
Gotcha. Yeah, shooting experience probably much better. Obviously, I haven't shot this thing, but I've got a lot of questions, as I said to you, so let's move on to our main video. Guys, link in the description. Check that out. The main video, we're gonna go dive deep into this thing, so we'll see you there. All right, guys, we're at the Tinck Arms booth, and we've got something brand new over here, ARX-15 Combat. Dude, tell us all about it, please, man. This looks really cool.
Well, of course, this is our innovation for this year. We're presenting the first time in IWA 225. It's a short stroke AR-15. It's the colors will tell you a little bit about the origin. So it's a copy of the HK416. It's a special system. The origins of this rifle go way back when Americans asked Heckler & Koch to make an improvement over the AR-15 with the direct impingement system. And the Heckler & Koch integrated their G36 operating system, and the rest of it is history.
Yep, exactly. And HK416 is one of those platforms, guns, let's just say, everybody loves. I pretty much have one myself, the whole brand new, the MR556A4.
Lucky guy.
I know, it's amazing. But see, he said lucky guy. Do you know why? Because you really can't get them. You can't find them. And if you do find them, we're talking about in the United States, obviously, you're gonna pay a lot of money for them. We're talking about like $4,000, $4,500 in that neighborhood. And so they are definitely one of those like unicorns, good stuff. So I'm glad somebody, especially like Tinck Arms, a quality company, copied one. So what are some of the, it's a pretty much copy. Is it one-to-one copy? What are some of the differences? You want to tell us?
Yeah, for sure. We make it pretty much lighter than the original with our engineering team doing the optimization of some parts. The total weight, of course, without the add-ons is 3.1 kilos, which is quite an improvement. The operating system is one of the most reliable, especially effective with the short barrels and suppressed short barrels. It really does well also during the water test that some other platforms fail. Yeah. It's really hard to put a price on the unicorn, but I think that something like this in the European Union is going to be around 2,200 euros, which makes it approximately 800 euros cheaper than the original. But I hope improved version.
Yeah, okay, well, that's actually a very good price. I think HK416 in Europe goes around 3,000-ish euros, so...
And it's a unicorn, you cannot get it anymore, to be honest.
That's the thing, you can't. If you find it, and this is not going to be a unicorn with you guys, it's going to be more available?
Yeah, for sure. After we are presenting this, and we already have a stock, because we are expecting some feedback right away. We have some emails already from the first and the second day for orders of this, so we're gonna get stuff soon.
Yeah, dude, and also looks really good too. You guys got the nice color combination. What are the possibilities of getting this to the United States? I know that's complicated.
Yeah, it's complicated. If there will be some interest from the United States, we'll do everything we can from our part, but there needs to be initiative from the importer, for sure.
All right, guys, anybody watching this right now, any importers, distributors, you guys want to get your hands on this, or other, obviously, the Prunes, 16, 17, all those cool stuff, You guys know who to talk to. Obviously, Tinck Arms. So, some of the specs. The trigger, is that just a mil-spec trigger?
This one, I think it's a mil-spec trigger. Otherwise, we can put you any drop-in trigger you want, guys, Limimtech, whatever you want.
Okay.
The speciality is that from now on, everything in Tinck Arms assortment, you need to have everything with a firing trigger, so firing, safety, mag releases, and also bolt catch, bolt release. This is something that will go with every our platform from this year on. Otherwise, really good stuff, solid stuff, heavy stuff, no wobbles.
Yeah, fully ambidextrous, right? Got a little 45-degree safety. Okay, that's pretty cool. Dude, gosh, I wish we had this in the United States, man. This is really, really cool. All right, well, maybe if there's enough interest, as I said. So, you've got something else that you want to show us, right?
Yeah, we'll have to put this to the side for a second.
Okay,
and then present you something from another era.
Look at this, guys.
This is something new. So basically, you know the Perun platform from previous years. This year we presented, of course, in the new caliber. It's the 762 by 39. I'm not an AK guy, I gotta be honest.
Me too.
But this is the sexiest thing I ever see.
Yeah, when it comes to like AK platform, like 72 by 39, I'm gonna be honest. This is the sexiest for sure. Oh my God.
It has all the bells and whistles, the Perun, so the same operating system. And the impressive is also the disassembly is so easy as usual. You just press this button,
and then comes out.
And it comes out. You get the bottom out. You have a stock. You put it out, and it's done. That's it, basically.
Look at this, guys. Look at this thing. It is so simple. Just all big parts, so you're not gonna be losing any small stuff in the field. Looks pretty freaking cool and super clean, you know, really nice. So 72 by 39, obviously Perun model here. And what's the pricing on this one?
It's going to be around 2,000 in European Union. It depends for the markets overseas. It depends on all the taxes. It's really good discussion these times this year.
The import regulations, things are changing. We don't know what's going on. Hopefully things turn out fine, right?
Yeah, so hope for the best. Always.
Yes. This is not available in the United States.
No, this is not available in the United States. We presented first time here. We have just 10 products on the shelf, on the stock, but it's production capacity is open, so we can produce.
Gotcha. So your ARX-15 Combat and the 72 by 39 models in the Perun lineup, are they currently available for European customers?
Sure. Okay. After this fair, we can already start delivering.
Taking orders. Yeah. Very nice, guys. Yeah, you heard it from the man. Check out Tinck Arms, the Perun lineup, and obviously the ARX-15 Combat. Amazing thing. So, thanks, man. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Here we are at Serengeti, and they've got this brand new bullpup here that kind of looks like, just a little bit. I think, what does this look like, Ryan, you think?
Og?
Nah. I mean, it does resemble it, but...
It's a boar.
Oh, nah, more like Og. Yes, one-to-one copy, pretty much Steyr Og. Obviously, I talked to these guys, I'm like, hey, man, why Og? And they're like, hey, everybody loves the nostalgia, the aesthetics of Og, but, you know, in a 12-gauge format, that gives you the MSRP of $399 in the United States. I mean, come on, right? If you're one of those folks who love the Og platform, now you can have it $399 and in a 12-gauge format. So let me talk about some of the specs on of this gun. I'm going to relocate my mic for that to right here, and let's start from the beginning right here. We've got a muzzle device. This is actually not part of the barrel, so it is actually got a thread on it. So looks pretty cool. Again, similar to Og. 18 inches is the barrel length. Moving down back here, we've got this this traditional foregrip. You just do this, and pretty good. Obviously, you're not going to have that press button and twist and remove the barrel. It doesn't exist in this one. And coming back up here, polymer little upper over here. We've got a Picatinny rail. The external safety area is 1-to-1. Pretty cool. Trigger's actually pretty decent for what it is. Let me get this mag out. And So you just good old, very short reset, and that's it. Actually feels pretty good. And moving back over here, what do we got here? So the barrel starts right here, just like your traditional AUG. We've got a regular 12 gauge magazine. This is pretty much any 12 gauge magazine should be just fine on this one. Moving back here to some of the controls. We got this bolt release, bolt catch button right here. So magazine inside there, so you can just use that. We got your magazine release button right here. Also your mag release button right here. In fact, there you go. Let me show this to you. So there you go. And then we got magazine release right there. This is in white color, and they have black, they've got green, multiple different options, it's not yet available in the United States. They've applied for the paperwork with the ATF, and it's supposed to be out there in the next couple of months or so is what I'm being told. Obviously, we at Classic Firearms will get our hands on it, and should be available there, so definitely check it out. Guys, Serengeti Arms AUG 12 gauge, man. Pretty cool. All right, guys, here we are at Archon, and I've got Philip with me. Dude, thanks for having us, man.
Hey, thank you for coming by. I'm happy to have you guys here.
Absolutely, happy to be here. And you've got something brand new, correct? It's this guy right here. Tell us all about it, please.
So this is for those people who know our Archon firearm pistols. You know, there's the same technology, non-tilting barrels, super low bore X's, but our flagship Type B model has a 4 1/4 inch barrel in it. This one has a 5-inch and a longer slide. Well, the good news, especially for the customers in the United States where the slide and the barrel are not serialized parts, is that everything remains fully compatible. So even if you have one of our Type B or Type D pistols, you can just buy yourself the slide and the barrel, and you can use the lower, which remains fully compatible. So obviously, with the longer sight radius, this pistol is focused on people doing target shooting competition generally, or maybe those just looking for a true full-size gun, because this is basically what it is. So that's one of the new things here.
Yeah, that's awesome. It looks really good. I love this. And this diamond pattern on the grip, is that factory?
It's factory. Actually, we have two suppliers of our textures that we use on the pistols. One of them is Handled Grips from USA, and Talon Grips from Steamboat, Colorado. So this one particular here is from Talon. It's actually, again, intended for competition use because it's the most aggressive grip we have. So, you know, shooting in gloves, shooting with sweaty hands, wet hands, you always have a good purchase on the grip. And we have the other options here too. But one of the features on our Gen 2 modular grip is that people can choose the texture, because all these are actually grip tapes, stickers, so you can peel it right off and get yourself whichever texture or color you really prefer from either us directly or Handled Grips or Talon Grips, depending on what you prefer.
So this is a metal body? Not really, right?
No, this is polymer. We have our steel grip version of the pistol here. So what we do, as you can see, the grip looks exactly identical, which is because it is from the design point of view. This is a 3D printed steel grip. So again, it's compatible with the polymer grip, has the same features, modularity built into it, even though we believe that most people will prefer it in the full-size configuration still. If somebody wants to rebuild it into a compact, they can.
Yeah,
so as you can feel the weight, it'll be, so this is 1.4 kilograms, empty pistol without ammo. The polymer grip one would be 840 grams. I'm sorry, I can't do the math quickly enough into pounds, but you know, I'm sure you can convert.
I think if you ask Ryan, what is that in America?
13 snickerdoodles.
Yeah, 13 snickerdoodles. So that makes perfect sense.
Sounds good to me.
Is this prototype or is this final product?
No, this is a final product. We we were showing it around at SHOT Show as prototype. Now finally we have the steel grip production running. So, and I would like to stress, you know, we're talking about steel grip rather than steel frame, because our frame in the pistol is not integrated into the grip. So again, the good news for anybody who has their Archon, they don't need to worry about buying another serialized part. They will basically be able to get the grip itself and have it, replaced on their pistol easily.
That's awesome. And what's the metallurgy on the metal?
This is a classic stainless steel. We can also do it from materials like 42 chromomoly for people. We are thinking about it because that would allow, of course, having colors on it, either black or FDE as people would want it. But this is the raw stainless steel.
Yeah, this is actually, it's heavy. So I could tell this is going to recoil real nice, but it is a heavy gun for sure. All right, so you have obviously the metal gun.
That's
you
right.
have this new guy right there, and then you said, what is that thing over there?
We have a few things here on the wall. Firstly, we are coming up with our either full FDE color pistol or slide because it combines very nicely also with a black grip. We use diamond light coating as a surface treatment, so it doesn't scratch, of course, because it's not a paint, it's actually a process which penetrates the material. Here's one example, as you can see, pretty neat setup with the FDE Acro P2 on it, and again, the options of the grip tape as people want to customize it perhaps for themselves.
Yeah, very nice, dude. So, price point on the metal one, on the 5-inch model?
We haven't released the US pricing just yet, but probably the 5-inch will be similar ballpark like the current Type B. I don't think that we will need to charge anything, really much more for that.
Okay.
The steel grip will be actually as an accessory, and the process is not cheap, honestly, so it will be costing a few bucks, but we are expecting to release the pricing probably beginning of April.
Yeah, okay, so that's great. And the steel one, when are they going to be available?
We will probably be able to import the first batch of all those guns around mid this year. So in the US, they'll be available from July onwards. We are hoping to probably have the steel grip earlier just because it's not a serialized part, so we don't need to worry about the import-export permits. The Type A the Type A upgrade kit will become available from middle of the year, and then of course the gun will also need to be approved by ATF. So as a full pistol, we'll need to wait for that to take place. And
that is fantastic. So we're standing by on the price. Obviously, we're standing by till hopefully mid this year for us to get our hands on these. Definitely would love to check out that metal one to see how that thing is. And you guys also have...
and one more thing worthwhile showing. I mean, we talked about it a little bit at the SHOT Show. Some people saw some early prototypes, but here is a pistol which is internally compensated, so ported barrel and slide, super flat shooting. I mean, the pistol shoots flat as it is already, but this just means that you don't need to reacquire the target, you stay right on it. It's really super performer. It's almost like cheating, while shooting.
Yeah, I know, right? No recoil. Already a very low bore axis gun. And is this available? Is it going to be available?
So this will. We're hoping to introduce it around the same time like Type A. We are already running the serial production now, so it'll be hitting Europe a little earlier. But because of the import-export procedures, second half of the year is when we would like to have it in the United States for the US-based customers.
Very well. And I know you guys also have a holster compatibility, so Alien Gear is making some holster for you guys.
This is another exciting thing for us. We agreed with Alien Gear at the SHOT Show that they will do their Rapid Force Level 3 holster for us. They are starting the production now, so once again we'll have that product available from probably Q3 this year, because until the production ramps up and they are running some numbers that'll take a little while. And we are also discussing about their basic lineup compatibility for, everybody have a choice of their maybe basic holster to start with, because they have a solution where they offer one package which you can configure as inside the waistband, 3 o'clock, outside the waistband. So a lot of good options there. So we're very excited to work with Alien Gear and looking forward to have those holsters available on the market too.
Perfect. Yeah, holster compatibility is one of the most important things when it comes to a handgun. If you got a handgun, you need to have a holster to kind of marry each other, right? But guys, check out Archon, and Philip, thanks a lot for your time, man.
Thank you for having me today.
All right, guys, it's the last day here at IWA 2025. I am tired. If you're seeing my face all puffy and all that, that's a good thing. That means we've had a really, really good time. So I'm going to get in there, check out a few more products, and finish things strong. Let's do it. All right, guys, here we are at Lucansky Arms, collaborating with Orsav Manufacturing, and they've got this beautiful machine called Stinger 9, and I've got Andre here. Andre, thanks for having us, man.
Thank you, Cam.
Absolutely. So this looks amazing. I mean, I never heard of this, I've never seen this, but I was just walking by. This thing looks really, really cool. Tell us all about it, please.
So it's called Stinger 9, designed by us, Lucansky Arms. I don't know if you are familiar with the company.
I'm not. Yeah, if you tell us about the company, that'd be great.
That's fine, because we are new company under this name, but as a team we are working for 15 years, 20 years together. We work for CZ, we designed the Scorpion 3, for example. Then maybe you have heard about the Alien pistol.
Oh yeah, everybody heard about the Alien pistol. Yeah.
That was our previous company, which we founded together with Jan. We have sold it in like 2021, and we have founded a new company, Lucansky Arms, called after Jan as a designer, Jan Lucansky. And this is our first project. We are working on other projects. Some of them are not under our name. Some are projects for different manufacturers. I don't know if they will ever say it was our work, but that's part of our business.
So you guys are the brains of whatever those projects are, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So sorry. Cool. Yeah. So I want to know about this thing.
Sure. So as I said, Stinger 9 PCC collaboration with Orsav. It was designed to be smaller, better, faster, less recoiling version of already existing ones, like the Scorpion we did 15 years ago. So if I start with basic dimensions, it's lighter, smaller than any competitor you have on the market. Trigger, air style, except the hammer. The hammer is longer. It needs to be because our recoil is a little bit longer than on the standard AR. But other than the hammer, all the parts are similar to your AR. So it will be easy to tune, easy to replace the parts, springs, whatever you want. Manual of operation or controls. Front charging handle like on the Scorpion, so you can do the HK slap.
Nice.
You can put the front charging handle to the right side as well. And then you have the AR charging handle. You don't need to use both of them, so you can take out the AR or you can take out the Scorpion. Big bonus of using those two is that on the short versions, which we have over here, the 4-inch, we can go to really short barrel lengths and handguards because we don't need that front charging handle.
You can use that.
Other than that, slide release, ambidextrous, like on the Scorpion.
And also hold too, bolt, hold and release, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Magazine release, again, ambidextrous, and we have it quite redundant because it is AR-like and it is Scorpion-like. So you can choose.
I love this. Like I really love the mag release. You've got the traditional AR style right there, and if you're used to one of those paddle Scorpion ones, right there as well. This is really cool. And you know what? They seem like super ergonomic as well.
Yeah.
Really cool.
A lot of time making it really pleasant for the shooter to operate. So whatever you are used to in terms of platform, European platforms, US platforms, you will be really easy to go with this weapon.
Okay. So this thing's look. I mean, I'd never heard of you guys before until today. As I said, I was just walking by here. It sounds extremely promising to me based on all of the other PCs that are out there. What is the operating system on this one?
We have patented operating system. It is called divided matter. Divided matter.
Divided.
Mm-hmm. So it's a system where you delay the recoil. I will show it to you if I can.
Okay, yeah, sure. We'll have a quick cut and he's gonna go and disassemble this.
So here it is. As you can see, the bolt is divided into two major parts. And as you can see, there are two different colors. There is a good reason for that, because it's not the same material. Okay, if you can hold it.
Oh, wow, this is very heavy.
Yeah.
For what it is, it's heavy and nice.
So this is tungsten. Very expensive, very heavy material. It helped us with the dimensions, because the only other way would be to use the steel, but then you would need a much bigger piece of material. So the whole gun would be bulkier, etc., etc. So we've invested into the tungsten to make it really compact. Now, how it works? If you are in the, if the gun is loaded and there's the round in the chamber, this all is spring-loaded to the front, and all this weight is resisting the shot, the power of shot. But when it's traveling to the back, only this small part, or lighter part here, hits your shoulder, because this travels separately. And when the lower part hits your shoulder, it starts to travel to the front. but this part will never hit your shoulder. It zeroes the weight of those two. So that really reduces the recoil. We made a special bench to measure the recoil because when we started it was like personal preference, the fault recoil. It was this gun is better, that gun is better, and if you sleep well, then you have completely different perception.
It's very subjective.
Yes, very subjective. So what we made is a dedicated bench for measuring the recoil of different PCCs. When we tested it, the result is a little bit better than your roller delayed Stribok A3, for example, and a little bit worse than SICK MPX, out of the box. Now, if you have a SICK MPX for a couple of weeks, month, you will shoot a few thousand rounds, and after 8,000 rounds, we measured again the MPX, and the recoil was double. Why? Because there is erosion of the gas port in the MPX. And there's a bigger recoil. Here, there's no erosion, nothing to go wrong. As you can see, the system is quite robust, quite simple. And the only thing that will degrade over the time is the spring, recoil spring. So it is quite consistent in the recoil.
Wow, this is absolutely fantastic. Okay, availability in the United States and price.
Price will be under 1,000 retail. Availability this year, depending on the ATF.
This is actually very, very cool. Under $1,000 this year. That's going to be available here. Guys who made the EVA Scorpion, obviously EVA from CZ, and also Lago Alien, and now they're making this. They're onto something. You know what, guys? We're going to go deep diving into this thing on a separate video. I'm going to sit down here with Andre, one-on-one. We're going to talk about this gun in detail. I have some questions. All right, so definitely check that out. Link in the description. Hey, man, thanks all for your time.
Thank you.
Yep. All right, guys, here we are at Son of Guns. I've got my friend Bartos here with me.
How's it going, brother?
Good, man. Great seeing you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. It's been a crazy year. A lot of things happened. We actually had our first major adaptation of our products by a law enforcement agency in Poland. And I'm happy to talk you through all of this stuff, right?
Dude, I can't wait. I know last year we talked about some of the these guys over here. They were still in development a little bit.
Yes.
And then you guys obviously did something else. So tell me all about it, man.
Yeah, so basically this is our LE model that you've got to know last year. This is our proposal for the improved and a little bit freshened up AR-15 platform in multi-caliber. We're actually finished the working side of things. So last year this was just a prototype, non-functioning. This is now already in full auto in 4 different calibers already produced. And
what
with
are those calibers?
Those calibers are obviously you're going to have your 5.56 223. We've got a 300 blackouts, a 7.62 by 39, and 5.45 by 39, right? It turns out that we've actually partnered up with some other companies that are producing magazines because especially for those Soviet calibers, there's not really a lot of magazines that would take and that use a Stanak footprint that are reliable, that feed correctly and stuff like that. So we needed to source some good magazines for that. And turns out, well, that the standard AR magwell does not really like them all that much. But funny story, our magwell, our proprietary magwell that we use on the LE and the new A01 that I'm going to talk about in a second, these actually work flawlessly. They fit in, they're nice, they don't wobble, they're 100% reliable with our guns, and that's where we're at now. So basically, these guns in all the calibers are now being tested by some units in Poland, obviously, and we're looking to get this finished within the next year. We had a little bit of hiccups. You can see that we've did a little bit of further development on that charging element. Thanks for the feedback from last year. No, it's still a working prototype. This is going to be changed because I'm not fully satisfied with how it is now. But once we get the charging handle sorted out, then we're going to make it ambidextrous, and then we will eventually move move into producing the lower, the two-piece lower in actual polymer as it was intended to be, right?
Okay, so that's going to be polymer for sure.
Yes, it's going to be polymer, even though some of the units feedback that we get, they just say like the weight is fine, there's no need to further decrease the weight, we like it in metal, and they say like, well, fair enough, we can do them in metal, but then we never plan to have it in metal for the lower. Okay. So then we wanted to have the capacity to have our magwell and our front grip to be also available in a full metal gun. So that's where the A01 actually comes in. Okay. This is our reskin of an AR-15 to have the same features that I've talked about from the LE model put into which is pretty much a reskinned AR-15.
So A01.
A01, yeah. Okay. This is the A01. We didn't have it last year. This time we have it, and we've actually just finished the works on the our proprietary short-stroke gas piston system. Okay. Yeah, took a long time to dial in, especially the op-rod heat treating process. You make it too soft, it's going to bend. You make it too hard, it's going to break. Right. So that's what we finally managed to dial in. And when it comes to all the other models that we had, like the SOG X, our submachine gun / PCC model. That's all lower polymer and everything. Our AR9s, the A01, and our normal AR-15s have already been adopted by the Polish State Penitentiary Service. Okay. And so prison guards and prison guard special reaction forces, they're already running around with these guns. So
Okay, so. That's amazing, dude. So the AR-9 what's the operating system on this one?
Just direct blowback.
Okay.
Yeah, just direct blowback. A lot of times other brands that make direct blowbacks AR-9s, they cannot sort out the recoil mitigation system. Yeah. So you technically
get snappy.
You get a 9mm gun that kicks more than a 223.
All day long. Yeah.
We got it dialed down that it's we know how to do it. We have people that really know what they're doing. We've got the testing equipment dialed down, so we know how to make sure what do we need to change to actually keep that direct blowback tamed, controllable. Especially in full auto, because our first and foremost market is the law enforcement and military applications, and based on that we do the civilian side as well. Available in multi-caliber, multi-barrel lengths, handgun lengths, and all that.
Perfect. Availability in the United States anytime?
Well, that's a good question. You asked me that question last year. We'll see what the future holds. You've got a new government now, and there's some interesting things happening in international trade with the new administration. But we'll see. Yeah. No plans now, but eventually we would love to. Obviously, for obvious reasons. Yeah.
Awesome. Price point.
Right. So price point wise, we're looking at. For the consumer market in Europe, right? Okay. So in Poland, this retails for around 800 euros, right? So we're looking at around $10, just a little bit more in ballpark, right? The AR9s go for about 1,000, depending on it's all depending what type of furniture you want to have, because we can use stuff that's made by B5, we can use MacPool, we can do whatever, right? It's a standard AR footprint, so we can use whatever you fancy in that. Obviously has some price point changes, right? Okay. And the AR-10, A01. That one goes for about 1,500-ish ballpark, depending on the fumigate that you want to have. And the LE, we still don't have a price point on that because we still are not absolutely sure what the price is going to be when we move into polymer. Yeah. Right. Once we got the development finished, that's when we can talk about the ballpark. Probably around the same as the A01-ish. We'll try to make that happen. Yeah.
Perfect. Dude, thanks a lot, guys. Check out Son of Guns, and I appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, thanks for coming again, brother.
Thanks, bro. All right, guys, here we are at Taurus, and we're about to check out something brand new that they actually unveiled here. You guys are familiar with this because it was a 22 caliber, but then a lot of folks apparently asked for a 9mm, and Taurus decided to make this 9mm pistol, and it's called the TX9F. This is obviously the full-size version right here. In fact, let me reposition my mic right here and kind of show you guys a couple of things. There's my mic right here. All right, so there it is, 4.5-inch barrel, just good old regular sights. It's the cut for a dot right here, and we've got external safety right here, ambidextrous slide release, slide stop. And the cool thing is this is a chassis system, so it's a modular gun completely. You just like the P320 or Echelon, you kind of pop this thing out, like turn it, pop it out, and then the chassis comes out, just like on their like little subcompact model, and that is it. So there it is, nice, pretty light recoil spring, and the trigger is just a good old little slack right here, hit the wall, and when I just press it, that's it. It's actually a very, very short travel. Feels right around 4.5 to 5 pounds maybe. And then here's the reset. Boom, that's it. Honestly, it is not a bad trigger for a defensive gun. It's a good trigger. There it is. And we've got the mag capacity of 17 rounds. There it is. And honestly, this gun feels really good in the hand. Like if you look at the back straps and the kind of the weight feels ergonomically, like the texturing is really, really good. And they kind of they put like some indentations right here on either side for you to kind of use that as an accelerator pad, kind of give you or your thumb, support hand thumb, more support. This is the full size, obviously. Then we've got the TX9 Seek for compact. This is just a 4-inch model, just like your good old Glock 19. There it is. And the mag capacity is going to be 15 rounds. Again, just like it, nothing different, just a 4-inch model with, what do you call it? A 15 round mag capacity. And let me show you guys something real quick. We're gonna have a quick cut. I'm gonna show you the chassis system very quickly. All right, so this is the chassis. This is modular. So what you do is it's basically like your 6-hour P320. So you've got this knob, you just twist it down here, you press this thing, just like that. This thing comes out, just like that. So, and obviously you kind of lift that up and the chassis system is available and you're good to go. Now, I'm not gonna do anything more than this because we're at a show. I don't want to lose pieces, whatever. I'm gonna put this thing back together, but you guys get the idea. So there it is. This is actually brand new. It's gonna be available sometime very, very soon from Taurus. So finally, the dreams of those folks who love the 22 caliber and wanted to have the 9mm, well, it is fulfilled and looks pretty good. Sub $400. It's crazy. I love it. And you know, Taurus has proven itself over the years that they are actually a reliable company. Right? They're good, their customer service is great, and their guns are great, and they work. And so I like it. I think a lot of people will be very, very happy about this. Obviously, you'll have a red dot mounting option here. Sights will not co-witness because they are these basic sights, but companies got to do these things so they can keep the price low, and so you can go ahead and throw your own sights, whatever you like, on top of it. That's it, guys. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. What do you think about this? And obviously, the subcompact will be coming out too, so that's a whole new family with the chassis system. I think it's pretty cool. I'm waiting to hear you guys' thoughts, though. All right, guys, here we are at Tisas, one of my favorite companies, and I got my favorite guy, VIGrand, over here, and he's gonna tell us some good stuff. I know that 5.7 that you guys had a while back, you guys updated it?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about it, man.
So this is the version 2, just started with the SHOT Show. So this is with the lighting cut, so easy to operate, that was the reason. RMRC optic ready cut, that's like the 507K, right?
Exactly, yeah. Hollow Sound 507K type, yeah.
So it comes with the bull barrel type, with the fit and flush.
Ooh.
Those are the new ones, new features.
You got the bull barrel here, because the other one didn't have it.
Yep. And I believe this is the only 5.7 with the bull barrel
that
in
is
the market.
So cool.
Yep.
How's that trigger?
Oh, that's lovely. That's, I don't know, maybe like less than...
Let me guess.
Yeah,
let me guess this thing. Hold this, man, hold it.
Sure.
All right, guys, so I've already tried this. This is, in my personal opinion, the best 5.7 trigger I've ever felt. So there's that little wall, trigger safety, and you press it. That's it. So obviously defensive, but it is super smooth. Maybe 4.5 pounds, right around there. And here's your reset. Just a regular. It's pretty short and very crisp, and you feel this thing. So I wanted to talk about that because my favorite part about this gun is that trigger for sure. All right.
It comes with the 20 rounds magazine. Is the MSRP around like 400-ish.
400-ish MSRP. That is freaking so good. Seriously, like James Reeves. James loves 5.7s, and he's actually he knows a lot about them. And James told me that in his opinion, this is pretty much one of the best 5.7s out there right now for the price, right? So is this available in the US right now? Because the other one
Yes, it's available now.
All right, perfect. Moving on, what else you got, man? Oh, God.
That's the pistol we start in our design in early 2000.
Yeah.
So we call it Zigana series. That's the Zigana KC with the chrome coating. It's come with the ambidextrous safety. So it's in decock.
It has
features.
a decocker,
Yep. Yeah, so that's with the, it's a short pistol. Let's say like the recoil is too strong. That's why we have the ported barrel to reduce the recoil. So this is one of the favorite pistol most of the world, but USA.
Not but USA. There's a funny story with this thing. I actually visited Tisas, and I was shooting their guns and stuff. And Ergen just brought this one up to me, and he's like, "There you go. He works for Class Firearms now." So he brought this one up to me. I'm not gonna lie. I said, "What in the hell? Now I don't want this. This is not for me, right?" Because it isn't. You know, I'm being honest. And then I shot this thing. I was like, "What?" I was shooting this thing very accurately. I couldn't believe how nice this thing shot. So sometimes, you know, guys, that you don't judge the book by its cover. So it's pretty cool. I wanted to tell that story. What else you got, man?
Thank you so much. That's our Zigana P9, the copy of the Tokarev. So we just started producing this model. It comes with the thumb safety. For the next generation, we go with the exact copy.
All right, so that is pretty cool. You know, a lot of people do love the Tokarev style guns, and when it comes to metal guns, Tisas is known to be one of the best companies out there.
That's
so
correct, sir.
very, very good. All right, you got some polymer stuff. You got government contracts.
But before that, I'd like to show you the F84, the Beretta clone.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
That's the pistol we started our business in 30 years ago. That's our F84 clone. That's exactly copy. You can just exchange the parts. That's our lovely, beautiful .380 MecGar magazine, 13 rounds.
Speaking of calibers, all of these guns except the 5.7, they're 9mm. Tokarev and the Zigana, they're 9mm.
That's 9mm.
This is 380 straight copy.
Yep.
All parts interchangeable,
Exactly,
everything.
sir.
What's the MSRP on this one?
400-ish.
400-ish. And guys, when it comes to seriously, like metal guns, Tisas is known to be one of the best out there. This is really, really cool. I honestly didn't know about this. Okay, now I do. All right, now you have a polymer gun that actually most recently won a government contract.
That's over there.
Let's talk about it.
Yep.
All right, so Ergen, these are the polymer. Okay, which one? Is this it? Which one? Oh, that one.
Batur.
Okay.
We call it Batur.
Batur. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Batur. That's our tender pistol for the Turkish military, the Navy, Air Forces, and military. So that's like very special one. It is less than 750 grams with the empty magazine. So it is MB safety. It's in MB safety, MB slide stop. So reversible magazine cage, PT26 magazine comes with 18 plus 20. So it's with the very special electrolysis nickel coated for the easy operated. So that's now is the choice of the Turkish military. It goes 30,000 without malfunction. So
wait. 30,000 rounds
without malfunction.
Nothing changed.
Nope.
Guys, okay, this is significant in my opinion. If you're obviously in the firearms industry, you're a shooter, you'll understand what I'm talking about here. Why is this significant? 30,000 rounds without malfunction is not something everybody can do. And I know this Turkish military have some really robust testing stuff. So wow, 30,000 rounds without malfunction. No stoppage at all, nothing?
Nope. That takes like, every day we go around with the 6,000 because the delegation wants to stop and get some tired. Okay. But it goes 5 days straight, then we achieve for 30,000. This is how the Turkish military accept their pistols.
Okay, so every day 6,000, and then the next day you come out, but same gun, no.
Same gun.
Any cleaning? No cleaning?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
It's in every 1,200 shots. It goes to field strip, then it's cleaning and continue.
Wow, fantastic! And this is the Batur PX9 Gen 3 Batur. And you got anything else?
So we have the Night Stalker SF with the tritium sight. It's a high-vis Glock compatible with the RMR cut. That's one of our series, nice family for the, we call it Night Stalker. We have the 1911, we have the double stack, and that's the polymer one. So these are our usual duty series, tactical series with the new color combination. We have here for the stainless one.
And the barrel length-wise, like these are like what, 4-inch?
4-inch.
Right there, yeah.
And
Okay.
Here is the carry model is the 4.5 inch. 3.5 inch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
So the little carry model, 3.5 inch right there. Same thing, tiny little compact gun. And then you got some threaded barrel models.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is really cool, man. I love these things. And they shoot well too, because I did come out and shot
you did
at factory. So that is awesome. Guys, check out Tisas. And if you guys ever find yourself around one of these shows, SHOT Show here, around the world, he goes everywhere, go out there and say hi to my friend, Aragon. No, thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah. Here we are at Leapers, and I've got Margaret with me. Hey, Margaret, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely. So you have something new that kind of maybe unveiled at SHOT Show, but it's kind of being highlighted more here. So tell us about it, please.
Yes, thank you. So as you guys know, we've been developing the monolithic handguard line for the MP5 platform, and it was the first time people combined the optics rail with your handguard real estate. So we came out with that standard model and the K model over the past year or so. And new for this year is the extended version for the standard MP5. So basically this extends past your barrel and it transitions from an M-LOK to a Picatinny here because this was a partnership with a Special Forces group who was issued Picatinny flashlights, and they wanted an integral Picatinny rail out past the top. So you can mount your flashlight, it'll go past your barrel, and it's compatible with suppressors up to 1.4 inch in diameter.
Yeah, honestly, even if you wanted, you could mount a laser there too. I know it's set at 45, but it'll still work once you get it dialed in. And as you said earlier to me, looks really cool too.
Yeah, so I think some people will definitely like how this looks. Continues to modernize a very classic platform, and this leverages our patented lockup on the monolithic handguard series. Very easy to install, none of that kind of pincer and adjust kind of vibe. And then you still have your indexing points for holding zero, as well as your serial number cutout, chamfering, all these nice details.
Yeah. Besides obviously effectiveness, it also looks good, and looks is very important. It is to me, right? So we've got the MP5 right here. So if you look at it, and if you actually overlay that, it would look something like this, guys. So guess what? That Trilog muzzle device is within that little Picatinny area. So what about suppressor clearance?
It'll work for suppressors up to 1.4 inches in diameter.
Okay, so you're kind of getting a ever so slightly SD type look with this thing, which I freaking love. So now the most important questions, well, two of them. Availability in the United States, obviously, and price.
This is available now, and we are setting MSRP retail price in the United States at $249.99 or $97, something like that.
All right, so I mean that's the MSRP. So potentially you could find it even less than that. That is actually a really good price. Do you know what's the metallurgy on this one? Is this probably 6061 aluminum?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, yeah, that is really, really cool. And you have this little claw mount that you want to talk about?
Right, so as you can see mounted on the firearm here, we also have, showing at SHOT Show as well, our low profile claw mount for MP5, also for the K model, as well as the light mount, which clamps around the front sight here. So it's a really optimal use of your weight that you're adding to still the classic handguard. You can maintain that if you like. Extra low profile across both these items, so they work very well together, and you could use a see-through riser like we are here. You could still apply your pressure switch and maintain the use of your original irons.
That is really cool. Pricing on that one, do you have any information or no?
Both of these are priced around $75 MSRP.
That is so cool. Well, Margaret, thanks a lot for your time. Appreciate it. And
Thank
guys,
you.
absolutely check out Leapers. All right, guys, here we are at Akdas, and I've got Ibrahim here with me. And they've got something really cool, especially for the price point. You guys are gonna go crazy. Something 300 blackout. captured bolt, all of that. You know, Ibrahim, tell us all about it, man.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Firstly, we are very to be happy this interview. This is our new model, SEM 300 Blackout. Also, we have SEM 556 and 223 caliber.
It's right here. This is the 556 version right up here. Same exact thing, but 300 Blackout, obviously. I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is a 10-inch model.
Yep.
We have a short gas operation, and this is adjustable.
Yeah. So, yeah, what Ibrahim told me right off camera. So this very model is just for this show. This one doesn't have adjustable gas block, and neither the ambidextrous magazine release, but the US version, the updated version, which is being updated right now, the final model, let's just say, is going to have an adjustable gas system right here, because it is a short stroke piston driven system, and also it will have a ambidextrous magazine release. So moving on.
Also, we will add the ambidextrous safety pin. You know. Also, this is, you can change the stock. We have 3 options. This is a bar type. Also, we have folding one and telescopic one. This is easily.
That is really cool. That how easy you can just put it on and off. That actually is that you guys made this?
Yes,
all right.
100%.
Very good. Oh, and also I see ambidextrous bolt release, bolt catch right here. Wow, that is actually pretty cool. Good old PMags.
This is AR trigger.
Okay, so AR, I can put any other AR triggers in there?
Yeah.
In there? All right. And what else we got? So you got the M-Lock system here.
Yes.
And grips. Can we put any other AR grips on there?
Of course, yeah.
All right.
Cannot.
All right, that's it. So let me ask you this. I mean, overall, some of the specs, you guys can see pretty like old school charging handle here, which I really actually like. This is actually pretty cool. But you can put your own charging handle, whatever you want on there. I really like the way the M-Lock system looks. It's really clean, feels good to touch, and pretty slim profile. As I said, capture bolt right here, so you can just attach your whatever you want back there. Yeah, freaking awesome. 300 blackout, adjustable gas block. Obviously, you can throw your own muzzle device on there, 5/8x24 thread pattern, so you can do whatever with it. And feels pretty tight too, like when you grab it. And the price point is the one that actually made me go crazy on this one. Obviously, we don't know how much it's going to be, but is it going to be under $1,000 we were talking about? Most likely.
I don't know what we will bring with the Tinck Arms in the United States. We don't know the price.
Okay, so I kind of know. We talked about it in the background. Again, yes, Tinck Arms actually have an agreement with the company. They're going to bring this thing in. 556, 300 blackout, and we're going to see what they price it, but I have a feeling that it's going to be something much, much more reasonable than some other companies out there that are offering something similar. That's what I'm thinking. Of course, I haven't shot this thing, but I've watched some videos. Looks like amazing. It looks like it's functioning very well, let's just say that. But overall, that's it. And do you have any timeline on when this will be in the United States?
Probably this summer.
Okay, so this summer. So it's already March pretty much, so just a few more months. We'll see. I was told that you guys applied for the ATF paperwork?
Yeah, we applied. We are waiting for this.
Gotcha. That is awesome. Do you have any government contracts or anything like that anywhere else? Because this is made in Turkey, right?
Yes. Actually, we are in the supplier Turkish Army, and we are work for some African countries. Okay. We have a distributor in Europe, a couple countries, like this.
So some African countries, Turkish government. Pretty good. I look forward to checking this thing out in the United States. Well, guys, check out Akdas, and we'll see how this goes. Sentry, if you're watching this, Classic Firearms better be the first one to get the hands on. I'm telling you, Adam, you're watching this? All right. Ibrahim, thanks a lot, man. All right, here we are with Ömer, and Ömer is going to tell us something really cool over here. This is the Taktor semi-automatic gas-operated shotgun. So, Ömer, tell us about this, man.
Well, this is a basic designed tactical shotgun that does the job. It has the basics that a tactical gun should have. It has a Picatinny rail here. It has a real side spec on the top. It is perfectly aligned with the front side. It has a thick barrel here. The barrel length is 20 inches. Also, here we see another Picatinny rail. You can attach many accessories here. This is standard Picatinny. When you add an accessory here, you can use the Picatinny sling here, sling swivel. This is an extra. Here, there's a two-sided button. The front side does the job, and the rear side helps you unload the gun instantly. When you depress here, all the shot shell are ejected suddenly.
So, you're saying if I have, what's the capacity on the magazine tube?
Well, it's
how many shells?
6 + 1 is the capacity of the gun.
So 6 shells in here. If I press this button on the back side of it right here,
yes,
it'll just push them all out at once?
Yeah, quickly. So
very, very cool.
Unloading spec.
Very, very, very good. Okay, I like that robust little bolt drop thing.
It's a smooth gun. Well, we have stock shims here. -5, -10, and -15 are coming with the gun. If you want to put an accessory here, you can put the -15 and raise the stock. So it will be perfectly aligned with the red dot.
So you guys got adapters over here that you can put to kind of raise that stock.
Also, yeah. Also, you can use aftermarket stocks here. They are compatible to attach here.
Okay. So this is a gas-operated shotgun.
Yeah, the gas-operated shotgun. It has the proven rotating bolt head in addition to the gas system.
Okay. So basically, there is no springs going through the into the stock.
No spring here. The recoil spring is here.
Okay. So you can put with adapters. You can put your full stock, whatever you wish, back there. So that is pretty good. And honestly, I noticed how smooth this. If you can hold this tight, yeah, how smooth this bolt is. Normally, we feel a lot of shotguns, right? A lot of them, but only the high-end shotguns feel this smooth to me. So obviously, I haven't fired it. Pretty promising.
There's a cut here for your finger to load faster.
Okay.
There's an angle.
Oh, I see that. It's like right there, right this. Okay.
There's also an option for the left-handed shooters. Left eject is available here. When the gun is left eject, the loading port is cut on the other side.
Okay. Yeah. This is really really cool. I like this.
Yes.
All right. So, is this available in the United States?
It will be available soon, really soon.
Okay. So this year, 2025.
Yeah, in this year, in a couple of months.
All right. And price point? You don't have anything yet?
Well, I don't know actually about the retail price, but it should be the point where the quality and the performance meets.
Okay. Well, we're going to find out, guys. So, Ömer, thanks a lot for your time. Appreciate it. All right, I'm back with Ömer again. He has something else that is cool over here. And this little shotgun. Just tell us about it, please.
Well, this is called AK UBS 12. So under-barrel shotgun.
Under-barrel shotgun.
It can be attached to rifles like grenade launchers, flare launchers. In this format, you can use it as a standalone gun. It's a short gun with telescopic stock and the sights here.
So, in a nutshell, this is not the firearm, okay? This grip module, the stock area, that is not the firearm. The firearm is this master key down here, this thing. Actually, let's show us how to take that apart.
Yeah, it's very easy. Just we unlock here and slide the stock backwards.
There we go.
Here we have the master key.
Yeah.
There's Picatinny inside. It's a patented system. So Picatinny engages to the Picatinny on the AR rifle. It's a spring system. When we attach it to the rifle, again we lock these here, and then you are ready to shoot. It's a pump action 3+1 gun. For example, you can shoot non-lethal ammunition, rubber ammunition here. It can be used to breach the door, etc.
No, so this is really cool. Again, this is the master key. This is the firearm. This is not. So this actually also attaches to the grenade launchers. Yeah. Same thing. All right. Perfect. And you guys got any military contracts, law enforcement contracts with these?
We are joining the tenders, military tenders.
Okay.
To better say. It is not easy to sell the civilian market as the barrel is too short.
Yeah. I totally understand that. For law enforcement, military, they've got, because this attaches to pretty much any Picatinny rifle. If you got an AR, M16, whatever, you can. If you got a Picatinny on the 6 o'clock position, you can attach this thing and use it as pepper balls in there, or pepper shells, or less lethal options there, while you got the lethal one on the rifle itself. So it gives you that both systems at the same time. It's actually really, really cool. And just out of my own curiosity, what's the price point on this one?
Well, the export price should be around 200 without stock.
$200.
US dollars.
There you go, guys. Export price somewhere around $200 US for this price. And this is what would this be then?
Around $80.
This is about $80 for this. So together, $280. Not bad, really cool. All right, guys, here we are at Fort, and I've got Konstantin with me, and he's holding a very cool system over here. It's called Fort 230, not an MP7, Fort 230.
230.
230.
Yeah.
All right, and Konstantin, thanks for having us, man, and tell us all about this.
So guys, my name is Konstantin from Fort, and this is Fort 230 submachine gun 9x19. This submachine gun used in the armed forces of Ukraine, in the National Guard of Ukraine, and has assigned a NATO stock number. So you can fire. This is an automatic weapon. So what we have here, we have Fort high steel front sight, adjustable front sight, Fort high adjustable rear sight. We have Picatinny rail. We have very comfortable Fort front grip with 4 position of fixing to make a good shot. So we have 3 QD sling swivel ports here. We have telescopic buttstock with possibility of fixing in 3 position. So inside it's come with 2 magazines for 20 rounds and for 30 rounds.
Are those specific to Fort? They're not like a...
No, it's only Fort magazine.
Okay. All right.
Also manufactured by our company.
Okay.
So also we have double-sided fire switch selector lever, very, very fast and short trigger. We have also charging handle, and this charging handle can be installed on the right and on the left side. And also the last, it's we can use this submachine gun with a muzzle brake compensator or suppressor with quick installation and quick removal mechanism.
Wow.
So
yeah, this is really cool. I love that you've got this thing in 9mm Fort 230. Looks really good. And what is the operating system?
Operating system is blowback operated. It's very simple and very useful in real battles and combats.
Yeah, with the straight shot magazine too, obviously, this probably has a really high fire rate too.
Yes, I also want to speak about some special coating that we used. So you can see that some spare parts of the submachine guns have another colors. For example, charging handle, barrel, muzzle brake compensator, all metal parts have another color, like a buttstock and QD sling. So this is phosphating. Phosphating, it's an extremely durable and strong coating that we start using for our weapons to be ensure that our weapons do not rust and spoilage in real battle condition under influence of rains, swamp and snow, because it is a key to successful attacks of our Ukrainian brave soldier.
Wow, that is actually really, really cool. I love this thing. And you said this one has a NATO stock number.
Yes, NATO stock number.
So the Ukrainian military is currently using this?
Yes.
How long have you had this out for?
1 year.
Wow.
It's like a new model. Last year on IWA we presented it first time, and it's the second time. And after our victory, we want to expand our export potential, and we think about how to make this submachine gun in civilian version with longer barrel and maybe another buttstock, something like that.
Yeah, and you know what? For the United States, yeah, you can keep the barrel length the same. We'll just throw a little brace back there, which works for us. So, yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, guys, at this point, this is only available for Ukrainian military, and obviously, Ukraine is in a conflict right now. Hopefully, after your victory, as you said, you guys are able to expand over to the civilian market, Europe, United States, because we would love to have this. Now, let me ask you this last question. Why did you guys make this machine, and why did you guys make it in 9mm?
Because it's very comfortable to tank team, to helicopter team, to medical team, when you need the weapons with not very big sizes. That it's more comfortable to make fire against militaries or teams.
Gotcha. That makes sense. You know, for paratroopers, obviously helicopters, tank operators, it's small, it's soft to shoot, and good to go. All right, so that's great. So you have something else over here, some pistols. You want to talk about that?
I propose you maybe I can show you our grenade launcher.
Of course, of course.
So this is 4600A, handheld single-shot grenade launcher. This grenade launcher used in the armed forces of Ukraine, in the National Guard of Ukraine, in the National Police of Ukraine, in security service in Ukraine, in special police unit court, and other state law enforcement agencies. So it's really very nice grenade launcher. So what we have chrome plated inside and rifle barrel. It's not a rifle because it's a dummies. We had phosphatin coating outside. We have tritium steel front side. We have steel rear side with luminescent powder marking distance. Like this. You can shot in the night. So we have double-sided barrel release lever. So the really nice thing is the butt stock. So we have 5 positions of adjusting of the land. We have internal recoil damper here for make more easy when you're shooting very intensive. And also there is possibility to fold on the right side
and still shoot.
Press the lever. Pach, pach, pach.
Yeah, very, very nice. Yeah, that is pretty cool. I love that. And this is Ukrainian military?
Yes.
Okay.
Around many quantity of these grenade launchers now use our brave Ukrainian soldiers.
Gotcha.
Yes.
That is awesome. I love it. Really, really cool. All right. You have a 5.7 pistol here, I see.
We have. It's a 428, 5.7.
Okay.
So this is really one really good pistol. We have a durable polymer frame. We have 2 rounds magazine. Inside it comes with 2 magazines.
2 magazines?
Yes.
20, how many rounds?
20.
20 rounds, okay.
20 rounds. So we have a Picatinny rail to install some special flashlights or other devices. We have a trigger safety, like this. We have aggressive front serration for best manipulation with light. And the most important thing is that you have a power of rifle in pistol form.
Pistol form. Yeah, 5.7. I love 5.7.
It's very strong caliber.
Yeah,
really,
it is.
It's
It's
a very
awesome.
nice pistol.
Is this available in the United States or other countries?
No, it's available in Europe.
In Europe?
Yes.
What's the MSRP on this one, price-wise?
Oh, around
ballpark, yeah.
In Europe or
in Europe.
In Europe, for example, $700, $800.
$700 to $800.
Yes.
Perfect. That's cool. And you got a couple other pistols here. These are 9mm pistols.
Yes, it's 2 9mm pistol. It's 420, and this is 428. 420 has double-sided manual safety on the frame. It's only military use in Ukraine.
Okay.
And 420A.
Ukrainian military use this handgun?
Yes.
Okay.
I can speak you about this. So it's 420, 9x19.
Okay. What's
Pistol.
the barrel length?
Barrel around.
It looks like a 4-inch barrel gun. Like
yes,
a Glock 19 size barrel.
I don't remember exact length, but it's the standard length of the barrel.
Yeah, probably 4-inch. Yeah.
Yes. So he comes with 2 16-round magazine.
Okay.
We have adjustable trigger with shot and fast tracer, and with 2 little screw to adjust over travel and pre travel.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right.
You understand?
Yep.
So look, it's very short.
Yeah. I see
and
that.
very fast.
Okay.
On this trigger we have grooved surfaces. to best manipulation with this pistol. We have a Picatinny rail here.
What's the magazine capacity on it?
16 rounds.
16 rounds?
Yeah.
And what magazine? Is it a proprietary, like your own magazine?
Yes, it's our own magazine.
Okay. All right, so let's see what these are over here.
So this is a 420A 9x19.
Okay.
This tactical version with suppressor and with red dot sights. So here we have a polymer frame with 16 round magazine. We have a phosphate extremely durable coating.
That same as the
Yes,
for 230.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have modular optic system with different plates, steel plates for mounting red dot sights. We have Picatinny rail, trigger safety, long threaded barrel for mounting suppressor. Also we have high suppressor front sight with tritium elements and high suppressor rear sight.
So yeah, so you can co-witness the red dot too.
Yes.
Very good, very good. Awesome.
Yes. It's
dude,
very nice pistol.
Yeah, I love you guys' products, man. The pistols
Thank
look
you very
amazing.
much.
Yeah.
We try to do it.
Yeah, it seems like Ukrainian military is like using a lot of your stuff, which is
It seems like Ukraine military is a better military in Ukraine, in the world.
yeah, because of you guys too. Yeah, I mean you guys are making all this stuff.
The most important thing also,
What is that?
we provide a lifetime warranty for main parts of the pistol. So we provide a lifetime warranty for slide, frame and barrel.
So if something happens, they call you and you
Yes.
just ship it out to them?
Yes.
Very nice. This is really, really cool. All right, so you have one more gun over here?
Yes. This is a Ford 14 PPC 9x19 sported pistol. This time we have the new modernization. And what we have, guys, in general, Ford 14 PPC, this is a steel heavy frame sporting pistol, 9x19 caliber with an enlarged beaver tail to better take the pistol from the holster. We have high steel front sight. We have high steel adjustable rear sight. It's our new modernized trigger with short and fast ratchet and with grooved surface to best manipulation and to best press the trigger during shooting. We have a brass frame weight and with adjustable thumb rest to control recoil during the shot. Also, we have a magazine extension for +1 cartridges to increase the total magazine capacity of the pistol, as well a magazine well to make faster loading. And we also want to develop sporting direction of our production. It's not very easy, but we try.
Absolutely try. Why
Yes.
not? Because a lot of people do it. Can I try the trigger on this one?
Yes.
All right. Let's see this. Let me show actually this way. So that's a good slack right there. It's actually it's a nice.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's a nice trigger. Yeah.
Yes.
It seems like still like in that 4.5 pound mark when it comes to trigger weight. So, dude, thanks a lot for your time, man. And that's a 22
It's
caliber.
a 22 LR, yes.
That's it. Okay.
It's for training. Also, this pistol used by National Guard of Ukraine.
Okay.
Because the cartridge 22 LR is not very expensive, so you can shoot a very lot and training your skill at the range.
Yeah. No, that is very, very cool. I love the 22 caliber. It's fun to shoot, let's just say.
Yes,
so guys, check out Ford, obviously. Constantine, thanks a lot for your time, man.
Thank you, man.
Thank
Have
you.
a nice day.
Thanks, you
Bye-bye.
too. All right, guys, here we are at Sarsamaz, and they've got a brand new gun that they just unveiled, and this is the first time we're checking it out, and it is called SAR 724. They've got 3 different versions of this. This is the compact version, just around 3.7 inch barrel, and we've got the sport version right here. This is the big boy, more like competition, if you're into that. And then we've got the full-size version. So let's talk about this. I'm gonna go ahead and manipulate this gun as much as I can. So with that being said, I'm gonna relocate my mic, put it right over here. There we go. All right, so this is the full-size SAR 724. Now this thing looks completely different, especially when you look at the SAR K12 right here. I know I'm kind of blocking this thing with my hand, just like that. So it is just a lot different. Kind of look the same, but also a lot different. The trigger, the cuts, and the optic cut, and even the grip itself. So I'm going to start from the sights area right here. Got just a traditional white dot combat style white sights, iron sights. We got something pretty new actually. It's got these slight serrations. They're kind of neat, very aggressive, and it catches your hand pretty good, just like that. Feels really good. And RMSC shield cut right here, so you can actually go ahead and attach your red dot on there. Picatinny rail up front, and this is a 4-inch barrel gun. So even some people will consider this a compact gun. Moving back over here, they've got this kind of hybrid flat face trigger. It is a single action only, but they do have double action versions as well. And if you look at this thing, just a little slack right here, and just pressing, just a ever so slight travel, and then it just breaks. Let's check the reset out on this one. So moderately long reset on that, but actually trigger feels pretty good. So if you wanted to carry this thing, I would actually personally think this is pretty good for a carry gun as well. But it's got some weight to it, so you could probably use in competition as well. So moving back over here, single action, also double action, as I said. It's VZ type grips on the side. Looks really good from the factory, feels good in the hand. When you grab this thing, I don't feel any discomfort. It may seem like this is kind of a thick board back here, but it actually feels very natural in the hand. You can actually put whatever grips that you prefer on this gun. CZ75 mags, and there is 17 round magazine capacity right here. It's good to go. Put that thing on there. And there's a flared mag well that comes with this gun. So when you look at it, that's in a nutshell. It is, and actually let me compare this to the sport version. That's it. So I asked the guys about the availability in the United States. As of right now, they've applied for permissions from the ATF. They're standing by on the results of that. I don't think they'll have any problems. And price-wise, they're not sure yet. It's going to depend on a bunch of other factors. They maybe even change a couple little things about the gun. So price is going to be determined. Guys, check out Sarsma's all new 724. All right, guys, here we are at Spohr, and I've got Jens here with me. Dude, thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Good to see you.
Yeah, good seeing you. I saw you guys at the Las Vegas airport. Yeah. We're having breakfast, and then we exchanged some cards, and then here we are at IWA 2025, and you've got something really cool right here, caught my eye. Oh my God, I want to know all about this. I'm sure all of our audiences want to know all about this.
Yeah, this is our new carbine. So we just finished it for IWA. It's a 8-round 357 Magnum. Okay. It's a 16-inch polygonal barrel, fully equipped with bipod and
adjustable stock and everything.
Adjustable stock and everything. And it's like the eye catcher for the show.
That's right.
We will see if it's importable to the US. We have to figure out with ATF. It's a bit difficult with revolver carbines, as you know.
Yeah. Well, I totally understand, and this is really cool. Hopefully someday it will happen. Maybe things will change over there. But tell us about Spohr, the company.
Yeah, Spohr is a German revolver manufacturer. We started in 2019. We've been at SHOT Show for 2 times now, and yeah, we are getting bigger and bigger and making pretty good revolvers.
Yeah, and you guys make some really high quality stuff that you said, no MIM parts, it's all like billets, right?
Yeah, it's all billet, wire eroded or carved from full steel.
Okay, so how long have you guys been in business for?
Yeah, since 5 years now.
5 years, and two SHOT shows?
2 SHOT shows.
How many EVAs?
All EVAs available.
All EVAs. Which one is better?
SHOT Show for sure.
Really?
Good. It's much more interesting. It's a totally different market in the US. Yeah. So we sell a couple of 3-inch revolvers in the US, which is more or less unusual in Europe because we only have sport shooters or hunters.
That's right. Yeah.
And yeah, it's so exciting to be in the US.
Yeah, SHOT Show, it's crazy for me, but I like EVA a lot better. So why don't I want to talk about a couple of the specs of this. So, why did you guys decide to make a revolver carbine? You can tell me why not.
It's unusual.
Yes, unusual.
And Mr. Spohr, he's like an enthusiast, and he likes to do things.
Just different. Ryan, have you ever seen a revolver carbine? Yeah, I've not really handled anything like this, like some old school stuff. But I love that you guys got the M-lock system right here, so you can actually do a bunch of attachments. You got your bipod up there. How's that trigger like? What's the grip? Oh, is this grip?
That's a wooden grip. It's a Carl Nil wooden grip.
Okay.
Combined with aluminium mount.
That is awesome. Do you guys offer this in any other calibers?
No. This is a 357 Magnum right now, and yeah, maybe we work on other calibers, but yeah.
If there's any interest,
yeah,
what you're saying.
If there is interest, we will see. I think we will make 25 of them right now for the European market, and then we'll figure out how it goes.
Gotcha. So there's only 25 of these made?
They will be made. So this is the prototype for the show.
Okay.
Just came back a couple of days for the show, just in time.
That is awesome. What is the price point ballpark you think for this one?
This one will be 5,800 in Europe.
In Europe, so 5,800 euros. So roughly like $6,000, I think, right around there, almost.
Yeah, it depends on import costs and everything.
Yeah.
Maybe a bit more. We will see what happens with tariffs.
Oh, there's also that. Yeah, forget about that. Yeah, I know, that's crazy. All right, cool. This is really cool, guys. Check this thing out, man. This is such a cool little thing. Full M-lock. Just overall, I think it's one of the coolest little things. So, who designed this thing?
It's Mr. Spohr himself.
Oh, sir. Well, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Thomas, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So you designed this thing, and I want to know why and how long it took you, and all the 9 yards with it.
Yeah, we are working on this gun now for 2 years at the moment, and yeah, last year we had some kind of 3D printed prototype here, but this year we have finished the gun, and some guys may know that I always want to present it as an 8-shooter. That's how we do it now. Okay. And yeah, I think this is the last step, and we're ready to present it for the market now. And yeah, I'm not sure what my colleague told you, because I didn't hear all your conversation, but did he explain to you about the parts, where they are made of, and about the coating and these things? So
yeah, Jens was definitely told us some really good information about how everything is built and milled.
Yeah.
Metal injection, mold, whatever, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
But you know, since you designed it, tell us a couple of things more. Definitely coating for sure.
Yeah, the coating of the gun, because all of our guns are stainless steel, and this gun has now DLC coating. We want to have a great black look for the gun, and yeah, we had to design some strange things, because normally a revolver is not a rifle, and yeah, so we added this adapter. And it's now ready for mounting a buffer tube, and so the customer has a chance to mount different stocks, whatever he likes. Yep. And yeah, the general idea was to design a strange thing which is cool looking, and I really like the black rifle market on the American market.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no chance to find a revolver in that in this place. So I had to think how to place my products there, and yeah, that's the.
You know, this is pretty cool.
This is what happens.
You've definitely achieved on designing something super strange. This is an eye-catching thing. Right off the gate, I see a revolver and a carbine. I want to check this thing out. I'm not even a revolver person. Like when I say I'm not saying I don't like them. I just don't know much about them, because I've always used the semi-automatic guns. But if I see a revolver and that's in a carbine configuration, I want to check this thing out. This is really cool. And obviously, Jen told us it's not available in the United States. This is a prototype.
Yeah. It's just a prototype, and of course we have to look for the ATF laws. There are some strange laws which we not understand at the moment, but I think yeah, we will talk to them, and maybe in the future we will have a chance to present it to you at the SHOT Show, maybe.
Yeah, hopefully, because I know for a fact in the United States there will be a specific group of people. They will be interested in this, for sure.
That would be great.
All right, yeah. So what else? I know you have a couple other revolvers. Like, if you want to showcase your actual revolvers.
Yeah. So on this place you can see our actual new models for this year. So now we have ready to present all our N frames, which we call our big frame, we call the N670. Yeah. So we start with the 6.5 inch version right here, and it's more or less it's finished for the European market, also for the German market, because we have some strange categories for shooting about the weight. So we started to drill a hole in here, so the customer has a chance to include a tungsten weight there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to get yeah, to get it a little bit heavier, whatever he likes, so it fits into many sporting categories.
Yeah.
And then we also have the 5-inch version, 4-inch version, and 3-inch version, which might be interesting as a carry version, of course, for hunters or for other guys. So yeah, that's what you are.
So this is the little guy right here.
Yeah, that's.
And oh wow.
Yeah.
This
So
is incredible.
we are not using any MIM parts. We build everything out by EDM, especially the interior parts. They are all done by EDM wire cutting. And yeah, we want to have a very uncreepy trigger. It should fit very good, and that's what happens. And we have a cold forged barrel. It's a polygonal twist, so there are not really grooves inside.
What is that exactly?
Polygonal barrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are no grooves. It's more or less looking like. It's hard for me to explain in English, but it's looking more like if you put some eggs into a.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So it's like a cross pattern.
Yeah, it's a round, edged thing, and it's twisted. So it's 100% sure that the barrel will get its twist, but you not have these sharp edges where if you shoot a lot, of course the what do you call it? The rifling. No. I want to talk about the bullet, which will not get cuttings and not get any remains inside the barrel. So it's very easy, and you not have so much pollution inside of the barrel.
I see. So you're not leaving any residue in the back, like the friction in there.
Yeah,
okay.
Friction maybe. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So this is really cool, very interesting, and I actually just want to check this thing out. So you've got. This is tactical. There's a Picatinny on there.
Yeah,
what
we call it tactical division. We already presented in the U.S. market as a 357 Magnum, but this line here it's more or less our standard line. But we now have it with an 8-shot cylinder right there, and this is the only gun we build with a grooved barrel because the barrels inside are the Walther match barrels.
I see.
So they are very good for shooting 22.
Perfect. So these are all available in the United States?
Yes, you're absolutely right. These are all available in the US market right now, and they have the ATF certification, so we are ready to export and import, of course.
Perfect. Any pricing information? I know our guys generally like to hear that. Any ballpark stuff?
I'm not coming with the American prices at the moment because this is a German fair. I have to look it up.
Gotcha. What are the German prices on these?
The German prices say about let's say 3,500 to 4,000.
So 3,500, 4,000 euros for these guys.
Yes, absolutely.
Like all of them in that ballpark?
No, it depends on the barrel length,
Gotcha.
of course.
Gotcha.
Of course, and like the tactical division is a little bit higher because it's more work to mill these things.
Of course. That is awesome, guys. Definitely check out Spohr. They're making some incredible revolvers. Super high-end, obviously, but obviously you get what you pay for. Thomas, thanks all for your time.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. All right, guys, here we are at WBP, and I got Stefan here with me, and he's got a brand new AR-15 that is new for the show. So, Stefan, thanks for having us, and tell us what this is, man.
Well, that's the WBP PS rifle. It is made in Poland, and it's entirely made in Poland. So other than the furniture, which is of course Magpul on this rifle, it's all made in-house in our factory in Rogoff. So from the forged receiver parts that we get as a forging, we machine everything. We assemble it in our line in Poland, which makes it a great option for European shooters to not import US products with a very high markup and have a very high quality product at a very reasonable price point.
All right, well, since you brought up the price point, generally I ask that later in the video, but what's the price point on this one?
It's about 1,800 euros, which is very competitive on European market. If you talk about imported rifles from premium US manufacturers, you're closer to 2,500 or even 3,000 euros.
Okay.
So given the quality that we have here, it's a very good price.
Very, very, very good. Okay, so this is what's the operating system on this one?
It's a direct impingement.
Okay.
So standard mil-spec AR, more or less.
Okay.
Cold hammer forged barrel planks that are then drilled and reamed for the chambers and everything.
And what are the specifications when it comes to barrel length? This is 16 inch right now?
No, this is 14.5.
Okay.
16 inch will be coming, 10.5 will be coming. Especially 16 inches popular in Germany because of restrictions of sports shooting and so on.
Yep.
So that will be a thing, especially for German market, because we don't have those short barrel rifle laws that you usually have in the US. So 14.5 is not considered short barrel or something in Europe or most over Europe. So even for a hunter, this is very much the weapon of choice.
Very, very good. All right, so talk about some of the specs overall with this gun, please.
Overall, 75 forged receiver, 60-61 handguard. As I said, all machined in our facility in Rogov. Hard anodized. We have a steel QD socket on the back of the rifle. We have a mil-spec buffer extension, of course.
Okay.
We have ambi selector.
Okay.
We have ambi charging handle.
Whose charging handle is that?
I don't know which one is that, but in the end it will be made in-house as well.
Okay.
So
Is it going to look like that?
Yes, most likely. We're very close to that. You can actually take a look at the forgings that we have in our showroom over there.
Okay.
And yeah, this is what it's going to look like.
That's perfect. And you got your little forward assist and A2.
A2 flash hider. Yes, because in Europe we have the situation that there's different manufacturers that make A2 flash hider compatible sound suppressors, and especially VIGrand BNT is very popular in Europe and especially in Germany, and they offer a solution that just fits on there. So it's just a way to go.
Very, very good. And that trigger seems to be a little bit different. Is that going to be, what is that?
Well, actually that's a Trigger Tech duty trigger. Most rifles will be delivered with this option. There will be others, of course, available.
Okay.
But in the end, as I said, it's a very nice rifle for the money.
Very, very good. Yeah, Trigger Tech is amazing. That's cool. All right, so this is available right now, or
more or less? We probably will have it really available off the shelf at gun stores in the second half of the year, depending on some certification that is still going on. But we will be there in a timely manner.
Perfect. And last question would be on this one. What are your intentions or thoughts about bringing this to the U.S., just removing that in a pistol configuration?
Well, from our side, there's a lot of interest, but then, of course, there is import regulations into U.S. which have to be figured out. But if it's possible, yes, go for it.
Gotcha. That would be awesome. All right, so, and you've got some AK parts here that you guys are making.
Yes, well, actually, we are not making those AK parts. It's Krug from Ukraine. So it's a partnership between WBP and Krug from Ukraine. We will see the WBP rifles with the Krug furniture readily available from the factory. So no need to modify from a user point of view.
Okay.
Also available, of course, as a spare part for your existing rifle. Different configurations that are coming up. Fixed stock, folding stock variant, different handguards, all kinds of M-lock parts, you name it.
Yeah, I see those handguards. You know, obviously this one is a little bit shorter. You guys got little lightning cuts right here. So M-lock attachment, Picatinny, and this other one is all the way down to the muzzle, which is pretty cool. So whatever you attach, obviously at that point, but you give all that option. That's pretty cool. And these are going to be available with your rifles.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So either as a spare part or as a complete rifle directly from the factory.
Yeah, nowadays people seem to be doing a lot of AK parts, like modernizing the AK with the Picatinny stuff, attachments to the sides, and obviously M-lock attachments. You got really nice skeleton stock there that's foldable. That's pretty cool.
And we honestly love to see that more and more people are loving the AK platform, which of course has to do with the global situation.
Yeah.
That the AK is now more in the focus of even the regular shooter. And the caliber, of course, with 5.45 and 7.62 by 39.
Yep.
So we really love to see more and more accessory coming up for the platform.
Yeah, absolutely. So these parts, would they be available in the United States?
I think so, yes. It of course depends how the US importers will react to it. But if we can make it available, we will.
Gotcha. And price point, like this M-lock or attachment rail?
Close to about 300 euros for the rail, which is, given the quality it has, is still competitive price. If we look, for example, at Midwest Industries, if we look at was available from Zenithco, which of course is not available anymore because of embargo.
I see.
It very much makes sense to have this as an option.
What about the stock?
Same price point, more or less, depending, of course, if it has a folding mechanism or if it's fixed. Will be a slight difference.
All right.
This is about the dimensions that we're talking about.
That is pretty cool, man. Thanks all for your time, man.
Thank you very much for visiting us.
Thank you, guys. Check out WBP. That's it. How do you say the real name?
Widwonia Broni Jacek Popinski.
Yeah, WBP. All right, guys, we've come to the end of another awesome IWA Nuremberg, Germany 2025. Man, this is our third year. So if you guys haven't seen the other year's coverages, definitely check it out. I absolutely loved it even more this year. So many good friends here, a lot of great products. We're tired. Me and Ryan, 7 days in a row, and for Stack, obviously IWA, non-stop filmed every single day. It's a great experience. I look forward to coming back here next year, hopefully doing even something more for you guys. So let us know your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think? What else should we check? If there's any specific companies that you want us to check out, let us know and I'll write them all down. At the same time, check out, actually after this show, there'll be even cooler things featured on there. So anyways, guys, as always, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate your business. God bless. We'll see you on the next one.